Hello. Welcome everyone to Prosperous Living with Toyia. I know I normally go live on Wednesdays now, but tomorrow's my birthday, so I won't be going live tomorrow. So that's why I'm going live today. And I will be out of town this weekend, so I won't be catching you guys till next Wednesday. So that's why I decided to do the live now and remind you that you don't need any techniques. You are the technique, and the only technique you'll ever need if you ever wanted to, want to say that it's a technique. But it's something you've always been doing all of your life. That's why I really wouldn't call it a technique. But it's just about deciding. Decision is the key to your reality, because you always have a choice on how to think, what to believe, what to accept as true. You have the power to accept a thing or to reject a thing. Every day you're set before you, good and bad, life and death. The script says choose life. It tells you that the power, that life and death are in your power, that you are the creator of your reality, that it is whatever you say it is. If you say that life is difficult, if you say that you're out of alignment, if you say that you have to go on a healing journey, that you have to do shadow work, if you say that you are experiencing spiritual psychosis, if you say that there are too many NPCs around, if you're saying that people are low vibrational, guess what? You get to have whatever you say. You get to have whatever you say. So all of that is true for you. Everything that you believe will be your experience. If you believe life is struggle, that life is hard, if you don't understand that the creative power in you is there, is always supporting you, is ready to do your bidding, that is there to give you exactly what you command it to. If you think that this power in you is imperfect, if you think that this power in you is against you, it's whatever you say. It says you're exactly right, because you are the operant power. It is your word that justifies your life, and it is also your word that will condemn it. It is you. Hey, Master Yi, love and abundance. Welcome. Life shows up for you just as you say it will. And since you have a choice of how to think about life, why wouldn't you think the best? Why wouldn't you expect the best to come? Why wouldn't you train yourself to see only the good? If you expect the good will come. It's about being the power of your awareness, that consciousness is the only reality. What is it talking about when it talks about consciousness? It's talking about your awareness. What are you aware of? And becoming aware of the thoughts that you're thinking. And if they're not benefiting you, then stop thinking that way. Choose differently. Do you have to practice? Yes. You have to train your mind. You have to be the good shepherd. You have to be the one who commands reality. You have to stop making excuses. You have to stop creating idols and other gods and putting other gods before you. Idolizing other people's path, other people's journey. Oh, if I had their parents, if I had their talents, if I had their education, but you're you, and you have everything that you need to live your best life. You are already perfect. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. You are amazing just the way you are. It's just all about acknowledging it. Whatever your skin complexion is, no matter your height, your weight, your education, your bank account, your social status. You are amazing exactly where you sit. And it's about your realization of this thing that makes life more enjoyable. Hey, Chloe, you don't have to do anything different. Hey, all love, welcome. All you have to do is decide. You decide to speak well of yourself. I am the greatest at whatever. I'm the greatest cook. I'm the greatest businesswoman. I'm the greatest singer. I'm the great, whatever it is. I'm great at managing this. I'm great, whatever it is. I'm great. There's no one better, because there's no one else that does it like me, because I'm the only me I know. It's only me. And if I'm not going to build myself up, who else will? If I'm not going to talk, if I want something good to be said about me, guess who's going to say the good about me? Me. If I'm looking for someone to speak well of me, I don't have to look any further than the man in the mirror. Hey, Shamey. Hey. Yes, deciding. That's it. It's a matter of choice. And then remaining faithful to that choice. The thing is, people keep choosing something different every 5 minutes. They condition their choices. They condition their decisions. You don't have to condition it. You just have to just speak it. Just say what it is that you want, and then let it be that. Your decision is the key. That's it. Your decision is the key. And it's about you remaining faithful to your decision. And you really have to stop listening to all these coaches and, gurus and mystics and all of these, that try to convince you that you're doing it wrong. You're not doing it wrong. You're not doing life wrong. Your thinking just has to change. The same energy it takes for you to think negative is the same energy it takes for you to think positive. I know people will tell you, oh no, it's easier to think negative. It's not that it's easier, it's that you've been doing it for so long. You created the habit of negativity. You can create the habit of positive thinking. And it's more than positive or negative, because there's no such thing. There's no such thing as wrong or right, good or bad, positive or negative. The thing is, what do you want to give your attention to? Yep, familiarity. Yep, you're familiar with it. Now become familiar with the good. Become familiar with the way you want your life to be. Give your attention to the life you want to experience. And it is just as simple as deciding. Do you know the moment you decide your mind, and here's the thing. I'm not here studying how the brain works and all of that. You have people that do all that. That's not my lane. It's just this power in the universe that the moment you make a decision, something just clicks and your brain starts searching out the things to confirm your decision. I don't know how it happens. I don't know all the machinations that go into it. I just know that it happens. I know when I make a decision and I remain faithful to it, it has to become an experience in my reality. And you know this to be true for yourself too. Throughout your life, you've made certain decisions. And based on your belief in that decision, it became your realization, whether your belief was in the unwanted or your belief was in the wanted. Whether you had a strong feeling, an inclination that something unwanted would take place, or you had a very strong feeling or inclination or intuitive knowing about the thing you wanted would take place. Hey, A-Town. Yep, favorable or unfavorable. But it all comes to your attention. So I'm on live today because I will not be on live tomorrow. Tomorrow's my birthday, so I will not be coming live, and then I'll be out of town this weekend. So I decided to come on live now. We'll talk manifesting today at this time, at this hour. And I'll catch you guys next Wednesday, later in the day. We have to stop complicating life because it really isn't as complicated as we make it. Life can really be a joy. You can get excited about life. Choose to be excited about life. And you got to stop watching some of this stuff. You do have to stop watching. Some of these documentaries, some of these social media platforms, you need to switch up your FYP. Because these people will make you think there are no good people in the world, that nothing good ever happens, that there aren't any good men, there aren't any good women. These people will have you doom and gloom, wishing that you never existed. Why are you even here? What's the point about life? They will just have you down in the dumps. They will have you wishing that they will have you in this state of escapism, which is kind of what religion teaches. It ain't kind of, that is what religion teaches, escapism, as opposed to creativity. You are a creator. That's why you are here, to create, not to escape reality, but to create the reality in which you would like to experience. There are good men and women in the world, because if there is no one good, what does that say about you? If there are no good men in the world, then what makes you think you're the exception? If there are no good women in the world, what makes you the exception? That means if they're not good, neither are you. Thank you, Latoxic. Thank you. Hey, Andriel. Right, yeah. Got to be flexible. Thank you, guys. Yes, I do, Chloe. I do have a like goal. 10K likes. 10K the easy way, then you get to come up into the panel. No, tomorrow's my birthday, so I won't be on tomorrow. I don't know. Last time I was on, I said I thought my birthday was Thursday. I'm like, oh, Thursday is the 11th. My birthday is the 10th. I had my days mixed up. I thought my birthday fell on a Thursday, but actually my birthday falls on a Wednesday. My birthday is the 10th. And so I misspoke the last time I was on live. Thank you. Peace and love. And so you have to start deciding what life do you want and then remain faithful to that. Choose the life. Choose the life you want to have. And I'm telling you, the more you choose, the more you keep saying life is amazing, life is good, I'm delighted about life, understanding what love is. Really understanding what love is. Understanding that love is perseverance, that's patience, persevering in the state of kindness. And it's about how do you define kindness? I define kindness as generosity, compassion, empathy, right? That's how I define kindness. Because I'm quoting 1 Corinthians, the 13th chapter, the 4th through the 8th verse. And then I'm giving you an explanation of the terms that they give us. So they say that love is patient, and patience is perseverance. It's not about waiting. It's about being. It's about stillness. It's about knowing. It's kindness, which to me is generosity. It's compassion. It's giving to myself. Understand this. When I'm talking about love, when I'm talking about the love of others, I'm talking about the love of self. Because remember, there is no other. There's only you in the world. Everyone in the world is just you pushed out. So when I'm talking about love, I'm talking about the love of yourself. Loving you, being patient with yourself, being kind to yourself, compassionate to yourself, generous to yourself, giving to yourself. It's not boastful, proud, thinking itself better than others. No, remember, if the world is a mirror, everything is you. So there is no better or lesser in consciousness. Everything is I am, and I am everything. So when you speak well of yourself, you're speaking well of others. Why? Because there is no other. There's only you in the world. In your world, in your reality, you're the only one that matters. So it keeps no records of wrongs, which means you're not beating yourself up for missteps in life because you sinned, because you missed the mark. No, you're not keeping any record of that. You're not taking an accounting of mishaps. You're going to just revise. If you miss the mark, if you manifest the unwanted, just change it. Don't accept it. That's the only thing you have to do. You don't keep a record of it. You don't keep an accounting. You're not easily angered. You're not getting upset. You're not sweating the small stuff. You're not trying to make other people be a certain way for you to be happy. But remember, there is no other. If you're not happy, it's not because of them, it's because of you. No one has the power to make you feel good or make you feel bad. If you're saying that, that's because you don't understand who you are. And then the point of this platform is to help you to remember who you are. That you are the operant power. You mad because you want to be mad, and it's not because someone else made you mad. You chose to be mad. Just like you could choose to be happy. You could choose to be joyful. You could choose to not sweat the small stuff. Everything's a choice. Choose, choose, choose. Choose this day. And then how does the script continue? The script says, rejoices in the good. Do not rejoice in evil. You do not rejoice in evil, but you rejoice with that is good. You love the good because you know there's only good. Why? Because there's only God. And you understand that love endures all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and that love never fails. Because love is the only power. And it's the love of self that you have to adopt, that you have to embody, that you have to accept. Stop seeing yourself as less than and see yourself as the greatest. See yourself as amazing. See yourself as dynamic. Yes, get an ego. Be like Beyonce. Got a big ego. Such a big ego. Yes, have a huge ego. I know the world don't like egos. I'm telling you, you better love it. Love your big ego. Be bombastic. Be arrogant. Be conceited. Be confident. Because it's not about what other people think. It's only about what you think about you. Because your arrogance don't have nothing to do with somebody else. Your conceitedness has nothing to do with other people. Your ego is nobody else's business. Because as long as you don't have a problem with your ego, no one else will. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being confident and loving yourself and trusting in yourself and commanding the room and walking in authority, walking in your dominion, walking in your power. Does that mean that you're not kind and generous and uplifting and encouraging and engaging? No, that's not what because you love you don't mean you can't love. The reason you love you gives you the ability to love other people because now you know there's no competition and no comparison. Nothing compares to you. Nothing compares. There's no comparison. There's no competition. So you can be as egoic, as loud, as proud, as confident as you want to be. You could be whoever you want to be. I mean, you don't have to accept anything I'm saying, right? You're like, no, I I don't think it's cool to be egoic. I don't think it's cool to be too confident. I don't think it's cool to be too loud. I don't think it's cool. I just want to, you can be whatever you want to be. You can live the life you want to live. You can choose whatever reality you want to be in. I just know when you know who you are, there's nothing that you won't accept anything less. You won't be out here comparing yourself to others and thinking of yourself as less than and saying, oh, I don't know how I can do this, or I don't know the right people, or I don't have enough money, or I don't have, the right education. None of that even matters. None of that. Neville Goddard reminded us of that, right? It had nothing to do with educational background. It has nothing to do about ethnicity, culture, race. It has nothing to do with how much money you have. It has to do with what you believe to be true. How do you see yourself? Your self-concept is all that matters. This educational system is nothing more than indoctrination. They're not teaching you how to know you. They're teaching you what they want you to know, which is not the same thing. Again, there's nothing wrong with education if you're going there to gain a skill, right? If you want to study law, practice law, then yes, okay, you're going to have to go to their universities to understand their laws that govern this land. If you want to get into politics, yes, you will probably have to go, not necessarily, not everybody that gets into politics have to understand the laws of the land, but it helps. You want to practice medicine, yes, you're going to have to go to school to understand. If you're trying to do westernized medicine, if you're trying to prescribe, medication, you're going to have to go to school for that. Pharmaceuticals, yes. You're going to have to go learn their system. But I understand school isn't for everyone, and school doesn't keep you from realizing your dream. If that's not the pathway to your dream, that's not everyone's pathway. Like I remember a couple of months ago, I was talking about how different people have their own talk shows, right? And that they didn't have a background in journalism, right? It was talking about Jennifer Hudson, right? And then they wanted to compare her to Oprah Winfrey because she did have she does have a journalist background. Well, Jennifer Hudson isn't the only woman who has had, or the only person that has had a talk show that does not have a journalism degree. You do have Steve Harvey. He didn't have one. You have Kelly Clarkson, doesn't have one. You have that other lady. What's the other lady now that has the talk show? She's an actress. So you have a singer, you have actresses, you have comedians. You have people come from all backgrounds that have found themselves on a talk show. A lot of the ladies from The View. What's that other girl? Cheryl. What's her name? Cheryl. What's her name? It's a lot of people to show you that you don't have to do it the way the world says to do it in order to experience or live the life you want to live. Sherry, yeah, thank you. That's her name, Sherry, yep. Sherry Shepherd, right, thank you, yep, thank you, yep. Ooh, 10K, we got to 10K. Ashe, yes. And right now, people, it's not even about, yes, when Oprah did it, she knocked it out the park, right? She, 25 years, number one, right? Like, nobody could touch Oprah. But was she really using her talk show for journalism? If you look back on her show was more emotionalism. Her shows was about connecting with the public. Was connecting the different things that she talked about on her show. And of course, she talked about a slew of things for 25 years, right? She also stepped on a lot of people's toes. She also touched people the wrong way on some things too. So it's not no right or wrong there. But it wasn't like she was doing investigative reporting. Like, but I'm just saying that to say, don't let nothing limits you other than your belief in limitation. That if you see yourself as a talk show host, you do not have to go to get a what is it called? A journalism degree in order to become now, maybe if you want to tell the news or do investigative reporting, I guess that may, but to be on TV and to talk, everyone has a podcast. Everyone has a YouTube channel, a TikTok. All you have to do, because the more you do it, the more comfortable you become, right? Of expressing yourself, of articulating yourself. And it's about finding your audience. We've come to realize that you didn't have to be a great singer to have a great singing career, right? We talk about J-Lo all the time. She wasn't the greatest actress nor the greatest singer, but what did it do for her? She had a great career doing something she loved, because why? She saw herself doing it. And doors open. Now, how she got these things, none of my business. What behind the scenes happened, I have absolutely no idea. All I know is that this woman had a great career being an actress and being an entertainer, and was said not to be very good at either. Yep. You can be anything you want. That's what I'm saying. It's not about talent. It's not about skill set. It's about belief. It's what do you believe? To understand that all things are possible. All things are possible. And then when it comes down to trusting yourself, trusting in yourself, believing in yourself, accepting yourself, not trusting in other people, not believing in other people, believing in you. Believing in you. And learning, to me it's not about the feel good. I know people want to tell you it's about the feel good. I'm going to tell you it's not about the feel. Most people find themselves in sticky situations because things felt good. I'm going to tell you it's more about belief. It ain't about you feeling. People get off the beaten path. They get duped or quote unquote taken advantage of because we go by appearances so much. We go by what we see and what we hear as to opposed to what we accept, what we know, to trust the inner intuitive guide within us. We go by, oh, if it feel good, look good, it must be good. And I'm gonna tell you, nope, that's not how you operate in this world. But the world would tell you, no, it must feel good. If they love bomb you, if they can tell you, you know I love you, you know I love you, I know you know I don't want anything but the best for you, I don't want anything but the best for you. Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. And something in you is saying something seems off. But they sound like the part, they look like the part, so I'm going to accept what they're selling me. And I'm going to tell you, never accept what you see or what you hear, but accept what you know. If you don't know it to be true within you, then let it pass you by. Hello, I precious. Because so many times, because that's what the church gets us. And some of these spiritual gurus, these mystics, these quote unquote masters, everybody, because everybody wants to master other people as opposed to mastering themselves. Everyone is trying to convince something or something else, and it's, as opposed to being convinced themselves. We love to hear something that sounds good. We have a mind for a reason. And I'm going to say, use your mind. The world is going to tell you to use your feelings. I'm going to throw a red flag and say, no, use your mind. Because when I went to church a couple of weeks ago for a homegoing, yeah, it felt good. The songs was good. Everything felt good. The singing, the choir was on 10. And then I started to listen to a little bit. Well, actually, thankfully, I didn't have to stay to listen to the preacher. Thankfully, I had to leave a little sooner. But my daughter told me what the message from the pastor was. And after all of the singing and all of the upliftment and all of the music and everybody in a feel good moment and they all high and oh my God, oh yes, this feels so good. This feels this, everything just feels so good. And what did he come with? You're not good enough. You need a savior. You're a sinner. The Bible predicted AI. AI is evil and bad. The Bible predicted the nuclear weapons. You know, he started to talk about the doom and gloom of this reality, this third dimensional plane. And see, that's what they do. And church is not unlike some of these spiritual places as well. Some of these spiritual teachers and gurus. Everything's about trying to tug on your heartstrings, trying to feed you an emotional story, because if they can get you to operate from your emotions as opposed from your mind, they can pick your pocket. They can control you. We were never meant to be led by our emotions, which is why the Bible doesn't talk about emotions. When the Bible talks about emotions, it talks about what? Controlling the emotions, not being led by them. It's a reason for that. But you will have these spiritual gurus come around and tell you, oh, they took that out the Bible because you really were supposed to be led by your emotions. Wrong. You were never meant to be led by your emotions. Your word is the power. Your word is the power. Emotions you were meant to get control of your emotion, not to be led by it. Hey, Tam B. People don't want you to think. People just want you to believe, and to believe them, not believe in yourself, but to believe them, to trust them, to take them at their word. You're never supposed to think for yourself. And you know this to be true because you can look at our school systems. You look at church, though many of you came from church, from the religious sect. And you know they told you weren't supposed to think. Just listen to what the pastor tell you to do and be a good little sheep and follow the shepherd. Follow the teaching of the religious leader. Don't investigate, don't question, don't challenge. You asking too many questions. Oh, you asking me questions. Well, then they get mad. They got to take you out of the way and they got to push you to the side. Because how dare you challenge what I'm telling you? How dare you challenge me? Hey, Glazed. Well, I praise the devil then. Woo! Hallelujah to the devil. Hallelujah. Thank you, devil. Praise and worship to the devil. Because what? Why do you care where my gifts and talents come from? Why do you care what I got comes from? I'll give all praise and honor to the devil then. Because the devil just means doubt and deceiver. Like, we give all praises to Beelzebub, to Balazar. Thank you, devil. I appreciate you. You heard me and you answered my cry. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Because what? Uh, The devil is not a real being, guys. The devil is just your mind. The devil is just a symbol created by the church to scare you and to manipulate and control those who operate in fear. This is what I'm talking about. That the fear mongering, the manipulation, the I don't want you thinking for yourself. I need you to be emotional, right? So I was paying attention to some of these well-known, quote unquote, spiritual coaches as well. They're not unlike church. Those that have these seminars with 10,000 guests and 20,000 guests, and they're in these big old arenas. They have the music going. They have the emotional going. And this is where people, they're like, oh my goodness, I just feel so good. I feel so good. Oh, I feel so amazing. Oh, I feel so amazing. And no change ever takes place. They leave their 3 to 5 day seminar, their week seminar, and they go home and they're the same person. Because they don't understand that your emotions don't change a damn thing. They just make you feel good. You know what changes? When you decide to change. I know most people may not agree with what I'm saying. That's okay. Because your emotions is not about how someone else makes you feel. Your emotions should be about how you make you feel. But you'd rather somebody else make you feel good than you make you feel good. And I'm telling you, when you think a certain way about your life, when you love you, when you accept you, when you appreciate you, when you find peace within yourself and joy within yourself, you're going to automatically feel good. You'll never have to seek outside of yourself to feel good. Somebody else praising you and saying sweet nothings to you and complimenting you won't move you. Why? Because you know this already. You don't need someone else to build you up for you to feel good about yourself. Because you've already done it. You've already made yourself feel good about yourself. And so what someone else thinks about you is none of your business. Take your emotions out of the equation. Stop being emotionalized. I get so emotional, baby. Every time I think of you, I get so emotional. Because people think love is an emotion. Love is not an emotion. Love is power. Love is movement of the infinite, of the divine. It's the only transforming power there is. And it has not got a damn thing to do with emotion. Hey, neighbor. But the world will tell you, no, you got to be led by emotions. It got to feel good to you. If it feel good, then that means it must be good for you. What? You should be excited about you, not because of somebody else is excited about you. You should be excited about life because of you and not because of what someone else has told you or what someone else has done for you or what someone else has said to you. Your life should have nothing to do with anyone else. You are the creator. You are the main character. You are the operant power. You get to decide. It's your choice. Stop thinking bad and then you won't feel bad. Be kind to yourself and it'll be easy for you to be kind to others. Why? Because there is no other. There's only you. When you're kind to yourself and you love yourself, it's impossible to mistreat other people. As the saying goes, hurt people hurt people. Someone that's absolutely in love with life, full of joy, full of peace, full of compassion, understanding, generosity, would never mistreat anything or anyone. Impossible. People that mistreat people is because they first mistreated themselves. They thought less of themselves. They thought low of themselves, lacked self-confidence, low self-esteem, feeling abandoned, feeling neglected, feeling lonely, feeling unloved, feeling untrustworthy, feeling dishonest, feeling incapable, feeling all of these things of not imperfection. Hey, Shanzi. You have to start seeing yourself as perfect. The world will say nobody's perfect, and I would tell you everybody's perfect. Because everybody contains everything they need to live this life that they want to live. You already have all things, said the script, pertaining to life and godliness. You already possess all things pertaining to life and godliness. You don't lack anything. But the world would try to tell you you're not enough. The world would try to convince you they have what you're looking for. And I'm here to tell you it was always within you. The world ain't got a damn thing for you. The world is here to support you, not you support the world. The world is here to serve you, not you to serve the world. You're not here to serve the world. The world is at your command. You're dictating reality, regardless if you're aware of it or not. You're dictating reality. You're saying what is or what is not. What are you saying that it is? It comes down to what? Decision. That's the only technique. By the way, it's not a technique, because you do it all the time. It's who you are. You're a decision maker. You're always deciding. You're deciding to believe or not. You're deciding to reject or accept. What are you aligned? You're never out of alignment, ever. Never. You're never out of alignment. You're never incomplete. You're not broken. You don't need fixing. You don't need healing. Your experiences do not define you. They're just experiences. And you have the power to reshape the experiences. You have the power to command, to revise, to restore, to transform, to alchemize. We say that God lives within us, but then call ourselves broken. How does that happen? We say that the divine, the infinite, the eternal being, the only power there is, and then call ourselves broken. Hey, warrior. All is good. What's good with you? You're whole and complete. It's all about recognition. It's about recognizing there's nothing to change but the way you think. That's it. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. That's the only thing you ever need to change. You just have to accept that you are everything. You are whatever you say you are. If you say it, then it must be it. Why is it so? Because you said it's so. Because you say it so makes it so. You say you're chilling at the hobby. What do you say it is? Because whatever you call it, said the script, whatever Adam calls it, I bring everything to Adam. And I told him to name the animals. And whatever Adam names the animal, that's what it shall be called. You know you represent Adam. Adam is humanity in the script. You are Adam. And whatever you call a thing, that's what it shall be called. What are you calling it? Whatever you say it is. So if you say it's broken, then it's broken. If you're saying you're unworthy, then you're unworthy. If you're saying you must be healed, then you have to be healed. If you say whatever you say, if you're saying something's wrong with you, then something's wrong with you. But you don't have to. You could say that. You could say what's true about you. That I have the peace that the world could never give or take away. I have joy that's unspeakable. That I am love. That I am holy. That I am perfect. That I am the authority of my own life. That I am sovereign. I am eternal. I am infinite. The only job we have is the joy of being. That's the only job you'll ever have, is the joy of being. How great are you at your job? How great are you at the joy of being? Who do you say that I am? That's who you shall be. Who do you say that I am? Whoever you say that you are, that's what you shall be. Hello, Renee. Did you want to come up? Oh, okay, no problem. Who do you say that I am? And so if you think there's some things you have to change in order to be, then let the change begin. But recognizing you're already that what you desire to be, which is why you're desiring it. I am. God doesn't get ready. God is. God doesn't try to do anything. God is. God isn't becoming anything. God is. So who do you say that I am? Remember, the caterpillar is the butterfly. It was never not the butterfly. It was always the butterfly. And whatever the happening that needed to occur for the caterpillar to become or express to be the butterfly, that metamorphosis that took place was a happening. It happens. The caterpillar wasn't trying to become the butterfly. It would have failed. Stop trying and just be. Just be. Be still and know. Be still. Trust. Because the moment you make a decision, there is a happening that occurs, and you don't make it happen. When you make a decision about being great, about being abundant, about being wealthy, about being rich, about being healthy, about being well, about being joy, things just begin to happen to confirm your choice. Your world always is an infinite response to you. Your world is always responding to you because the world always responds to the voice of God. And you are that voice. You are always commanding your reality. And it's regardless if you're aware of it or not. This is what makes the law perfect in no respect of person. It's happening even if you're not aware of it or not. That's why awareness is key. The power of your awareness. Do you notice what's happening around you based on your thoughts? Now, I know we've been programmed to be led by our feelings as opposed to rationalize or thinking, right? We're told don't think, don't think, don't think. No, thinking is a part of the mind. Emotions are a byproduct. Can you use emotions? Of course you can. They're tools. You can use emotions. Use your emotions to trust and believe in you. Don't be emotionalized by someone else. Don't let someone else dictate your emotions. Don't let the world try to persuade you based on what it's saying. Remember, you are the one in control. You are the operant power, not the world. If something in you is telling you this just doesn't sound right, it sounds good, but something's off. Trust yourself. Just trust yourself. Because it's not required in order for you to get anything in life that you trust anyone else but yourself. Go within, get quiet, commune with your own self, which means talk it over with your own self. That's what commune means. Have a conversation. Let there be a communication between you and you. Shut the door. Get everybody else's thoughts and beliefs out of your head and go within and see what you're saying to you. Because you're always going to have all kinds of voices. You're going to have your mother telling you this, your father saying this, the government saying that, the teacher saying this, the religious leader saying that. At the end of the day, it's your decision that counts. You're going to live by your choice, not anyone else's. Does that mean that we can't learn from other people? Of course we can. But the only thing that you should be learning from other people is how to apply it to yourself. The whole purpose for understanding how the mind works is for you to be able to use it, for you to apply it, for you to operate it and to know it for yourself. It does you no good that Neville Goddard, Dr. Joseph Murphy, that this person, that person knows how to apply this truth. You want to know that it works. You want to prove it to yourself that imagining does create reality, that thoughts are things, that if I change my mind, then things around me have to change. And all it takes is a decision. All it takes is you deciding. The moment you decide, the moment you ask, it's answered. The moment you speak, it appears. The moment that you say, yep, I can do this. Yep, I am this. Yep, I can have this. Yep. The moment you decide that you can, that you can do, be, and have, you will. The be, have, do is not about anything physical. It's a mental activity. Once you decide you can be this, then you will have it, and you will most certainly do it. Without exception, without effort. It will be effortless. It will not feel like a chore. It will not feel like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I gotta do this. Oh, I gotta, no. It will be so smooth. It will be so effortless. It will, if it's a grind, if it's a chore, then that's you trying to make something happen. You're going against nature. You're going against yourself. You're fighting yourself. And there's no reason for that. You don't have to fight yourself. Hey, sunflower, peace and blessings. You don't have to fight yourself. You just have to trust yourself. You don't have to worry about anything. The only thing you have to do is decide what it is you want. Decide, oh yeah, I see myself with that. Yep, I see myself. Yep, that's it. That's for me. That's for me. Your word is enough. Your word is sufficient. You having a conversation with yourself is all that is required. The doing will be automatic. Because in consciousness, the doing is mental. Anything you physically do is the effect, is never the cause. Your being, your having, and doing is first an inside job. Then it becomes an outer expression. That's why you're told to get it in consciousness, which means what? To be aware of it. To be aware that you already are that which you desire to be. Not trying to get it. You already have it. Right? When Neville was desiring to go to Barbados, what did Abdullah tell him? You're in Barbados. Neville was focused on the how. And Abdullah was showing him it's not about, that's your focus is in the wrong place. How are you trying to figure out how you got somewhere that you already are? If you're already there, how are you focused on getting there? Your focus is in the wrong place. You're in Barbados. You're not trying to get to Barbados. You're in Barbados. And the moment he let go of trying to get to Barbados, his body went where his imagination had already been. Remember, the body always follows the mind. I go and prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and bring you unto myself. That where I am in consciousness, so shall my body be. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord, the I am, the law. So whenever you declare with your word, in your mind, with consciousness, with your awareness, with your focus, with your attention, the body is compelled to meet you there. You will just begin to do whatever is necessary. It's a happening. That's what Neville Goddard calls it, a bridge of incidents. Things just start to take place to bring you to where the place that you say that you are. I am this. In consciousness says you're exactly right. The moment you say I am, it says you're right. Whatever you say. So what are you saying? What are you saying? Consciousness and subconsciousness, there's really no difference, just for the sake of explanation. The consciousness, when I say consciousness, I'm talking about awareness, I'm talking about God, I'm talking about the imagination. If I say subconsciousness, I'm also talking about God, the awareness, the imagination. The two are actually one. But when people talk about the logical mind versus the surface mind, some people will say that's consciousness, right? The surface mind, the logical mind, the reasoning mind. And then people will call it the subconscious. The subconscious being that which is below the surface, the inner, the higher, the unseen, the invisible, right? So it depends on in which way you're trying to explain it, if you're teaching it, right? But consciousness and subconsciousness is the same, is two different ways of explaining the very same thing. But when we're talking about consciousness from a human standpoint, we're talking about the lower nature. We're talking about the part of us that only operates from the five senses. And then when we say that in relative to the subconscious mind, that's when we're talking about the creative part in man. The divine, the infinite, the eternal, the invisible, the all, the I am. But instead of saying subconscious, I just say consciousness. So then I'm talking about the I am, the awareness, the infinite, the eternal, the one, the all. I tend to say consciousness because that's what Neville Goddard would say. So I'm using his language. If I'm teaching from Dr. Joseph Murphy, he would say subconscious. Instead of saying consciousness, he would say subconscious. But they're talking about the exact same thing. When Neville says consciousness, he's talking about the awareness. He's talking about the I am. He's talking about God. He's talking about the imagination. When Joseph Murphy says subconscious, he's talking about the I am. He's talking about the infinite. He's talking about God. He's talking about the imagination. He's talking about the womb of creation. He's talking about the creator in man. They're both saying the same thing. It just depends on which teacher you're listening to. But it's all one. There's no separateness. There's only God. There's only consciousness. What? Experiencing physicality, experiencing matter, experiencing the five senses. See, the five senses is the limitation of our beingness. The five senses is the illusion. The five senses does not operate in faith. The five senses can never please consciousness or awareness because it is limited in its scope. Your subconscious mind or your awareness is greater than the five senses. Although they are one, they operate in unison. The five senses become married, become one with the spirit. The lower becomes one with, is transformed, is transmuted, is alchemized, is absorbed, becomes oneness, right? Because the five senses, there's no wrongness there, right? The five senses, the whole purpose of it is to experience physicality. That's why you have the five senses. So you know what taste, touch, smell, sight, and hearing is. But you know you don't need the five senses to experience those things. You can hear without the ear. You can see without the eye. You can speak without the mouth or the voice box. You can do all of that. You can do all this in your mind. You can smell in your mind. You can see in your mind, which we will also call the spirit. Okay. I think it's like the RAM conscious for your PC and a hard. Okay. Hey, Elizabeth. Hold on, guys. I may have to come back. My son is calling me. I'm back. Are we good? Can you hear me? Is everything good? Let me know if I need to restart the live. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Cool. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you. Yeah, they say that we are the supercomputer, right? That the brain is the supercomputer, right? That's what the computer mimics, right? Our computers mimic our brain, right? But you will have people say that the spirit goes beyond the physical brain, right? All I know is this is what I know. Because I don't get into the whole technical stuff, the different workings of the brain, the different parts of the brain, you know, the cerebellum, the cerebrum, they're talking about the pineal and pituitary and what is it called? The oblongata. Oh, I can't even say that word. I have to see the word in order to say it. Oblongata, whatever, however you say that. All those different parts of the brain. What I know, this is what I know, that my thoughts are creative. That's what I know. I know that when I speak a thing, when I decide on something, it must be. That's what I know. I know when I decide to revise any situation, that it changes. Then when I decide that I'm going to experience a certain thing, that I'm deserving of a certain thing, that I'm worthy of a certain thing, that I can have a certain thing, I will. That's what I know. The machinations of how it works, it's just like, I know when I flip on my light switch, if the electricity is on, the light bulb will come on. Do I understand how electricity works? Nope, haven't got a clue. I have no idea how electricity works. I know how to work electricity. I know how to screw a light bulb in and turn the switch on. And I know that when I screw the light bulb in and turn the switch on, it works. How electricity works, I absolutely have no idea. Could I find out? Yeah, I guess, if I wanted to know. Is it important for me to know? No. Like, I know how to drive a car. Do I know how to put a car together? Do I know all the different things that go into making a car? No, absolutely not. Do I know how the water heater works with the alternator and the starter and the muffler and, you know, the engine and trans? Absolutely. Absolutely not. I have no idea. Do I know how to drive a car? Oh, absolutely. Automatic. Do I know how to drive a stick? Nope. Could I be taught? Yeah, my husband drives it. My husband drives a stick. If I wanted to learn, I could learn. He could teach me. It's not necessary though, because we got automatic cars. I don't need to learn how to drive a stick. But do I need to know how a car is put together in order to get from A to B, or how to use this vehicle to get me to different places in this dimension? Nope, I don't. So is it necessary that I understand all the machinations that go into the law of mind? No, I don't. Do I need to understand all the different parts of the brain? No, I don't. Do I know how to operate this law? Yes, I do. I know how to use the law. I know that my words are powerful and that the world responds to my word. That I do know. You say, give you an example of me revising. Oh, remember I told you about, so just recently I had got declined for a credit card, and I decided, they got that wrong. Of course I'm approved for the credit card. And the reason why I wanted the credit card was because I fly a lot. I go on multiple vacations a year, and I like Southwest. And Southwest, they're changing their system. They used to allow you to bring 2 bags for free. Well, now they're changing it, and now they're going to start having assigned seating, and they've started charging for bags just like every other airline, unless you have a credit card associated with that airline, and you get to get your bags for free. So like I have a credit card with Delta. I also, whenever I fly Delta, my bags fly free. So I fly Southwest a lot, and I wanted my bags to fly free. And in order for my bags to fly free, I would need their credit card. So I decided to apply, and they declined me. And I was like, what? Now I have over 800 plus credit score. But the reasoning that they gave was saying that I didn't, because I don't have anything in my name as far as an installment bill, right? So like the house is in my husband's name. I'm on the title, but not on the loan. And all our cars are paid for, so I don't pay any car loans or anything like that. And so they said I didn't have any installment loans, or whatever their reasonings were. But it didn't matter their reason, because I knew that wasn't right. I was like, what? No. I'm getting this credit card. And so I was led to just call the bank and ask them to do a reconsideration, for them to look at my application again. And then I left it alone because I knew that they were going to reverse it. And they said, okay, give us a couple of days, about 3 to 5 business days. We'll let you know our decision. But I already knew the decision. I knew that they were going to give me the credit card. And so they gave me the credit card. And so it was 2 options I had there, right? I could have accepted that they said no, or I could reject it that they said no. I decided to reject it. Another one was when we were going to Dubai with my daughter, and this was during the COVID days where you had to, when they were, this was January 2022, and we were going to Dubai. And so we had to go get tested for COVID. And they told my daughter that she had tested positive. So of course, if she tested positive, that means we can't go to Dubai, right? I'm sitting there and I'm like, I instinctively were just like, how many times did you test it? And he says, do you want me to test it again? And I said, yes. And the test came back negative, and we went to Dubai. And we had to be tested again to come back into the United States. So we had to test to go, and we had to test to come back. And everybody had to be tested. So it was 4 of us was going. And all 4 of us, we were tested negative, and all 4 of us coming back, we were tested negative. However, most people, when they hear that they had been diagnosed with COVID, they accepted the results, right? They were like, oh my goodness, they told me I had COVID. I got COVID, When they told me that my daughter had it, I was like, really? How many times did you test it? And he just asked, did I want him to test it again? I was like, yes. Because I was like, it didn't even occur to me that we wouldn't be going on this trip. Like, that wasn't an option for us not to be going. Like, we were going on this trip. Now, have I revised some things that didn't? It's only one thing I revised that never happened. I was unsuccessful. Is when I lost a shirt. I wasn't able to revise that and have the shirt come back. That's the only that. So have I failed? Yes, I failed. But other things I haven't failed at. For whatever reason, for whatever reason, I wasn't able to manifest that reality. And probably because in my mind, I could just go and buy the shirt. So maybe in my mind, I'm just like, I could just go buy the shirt. But I still haven't went to go buy the shirt. And for whatever reason, so I'm not going to say that there's no failure there. Yes, we all miss the mark. We all, I don't manifest, I haven't, most things I do manifest now. That's just one thing I manifested and I wasn't able to like revise it yet. But for the most part, I do get my manifestations. Woo! I know that's right, Elizabeth. I know that's right. Say that. And I knew that I was the cause of me losing the shirt. I knew that I was the cause of it. But for whatever reason, I just wasn't able to but now it's just it's been a few years, so now it's not a big deal, but it is what it is. I know a lot of times we don't talk about when we miss the mark, But yes, it's sometimes we miss the mark. Sometimes, like when Neville talks about his nephew being diagnosed with a terminal illness, right? He wasn't able to revise that situation, and his nephew ended up transitioning out of this third dimensional realm. Right? But when his nephew transitioned, he showed his sister, he proved to his sister that life is eternal. And even though the nephew had transitioned out of this third dimensional plane, maybe went to another dimension, in his mind, everybody goes, if they don't awaken during this life, then people begin another life in another dimension just like this one, and they start again at 20 years. How true that is, I don't know. That was Neville Goddard's belief. He believed that if you didn't awaken on this third dimensional plane and you transitioned, you started over at 20. But then my thing is, but what if you were 10 when you transitioned? What age do you start then? Because you're talking about people that live 60, 80, 90, 50 years old, and they're starting over at 20. Is everybody starting over at 20? What about the 10, the 15? What if people transitioned and hadn't reached the age of 20 yet? Because the people that he was saying that he was seeing in another, in his dreams, and that they were still alive, and, and they were in different dimensions, and they had transitioned on this plane, but in the other dimension, they were much younger and had everything, and they were 20 years old. But I'm just like, but my question is, well, what about those who don't reach that age and still transition? So what's the difference between missing a mark and the desire unfolding? Well, missing a mark is, here's the thing, yes, at any time, the thing that you desire can come into a manifestation. So missing a mark is you did not actualize your desire. The whole thing, the desire, I don't know what a desire unfolding. I know that's a term we use, but either you have it or you don't. What is an unfolding? Either you're saying you have it or you don't. Because I guess I could change the conversation and say, I'm manifesting my lost shirt. It just hasn't appeared yet. I could say that. Is that an unfolding? I could say that it's up to, do I accept that though, right? Do I accept that, oh, that shirt coming back? I don't know where it is, I don't know what that, but I'm gonna get that shirt. Now, if I talk like that and I know I know within myself, like I know that, even though I can't say I know that shirt is gonna make an appearance, that's one thing. But my thing is, I kind of let it go. If it makes an appearance, I'll let you guys know and say, oh, I let it go and it finally came. I finally found it. It is what it is. But to me, it's no in between. It's you have it or you don't. Either you see, and it's not about if you can see it or not in the physical. It's if you believe it or not in the spirit. Mm. Not people in heaven, Elizabeth. Not people in heaven. Right, me either, Elizabeth. I don't believe that a heaven is a place to go either. No more than I know what happens after we leave this body. Right? There are so many. I believe everybody can be right to an extent, right? I believe everybody to an extent, right? Because in your mind, if you think that there's a heaven to go to, guess what you're going to do? You're going to live your life with that belief, regardless if it's true or not. Your choices are going to be based on if you really believe that as a thing or not, right? Certain choices that you make will be based off that belief. Yes, everybody starts at 20. Yeah, I'm like, well, that, I don't take everything he say as that was his truth, right? Just like he was saying that the Bible is all psychological, but then started saying that, he was now trying to make it physical. And I'm like, well, is it psychological or not? Are these things all an illusion or is it not? Is this all a dream or is it not? If it's all a dream, then really ain't none of this is real. If it's a dream, all things are possible, right? In the dream, then yes, in his reality, in his dream, people start at 20. In somebody else's dream, everybody returns to source. And if they want to come back into the physical, they got to start from being a babe, an embryo, or, come in like that, so, and some people say, hey, once you done with this life, that's it. It ain't no more. I don't know nothing about after this experience. It's over. Once your mind and your heart gives out, that's it. No more. Say to me, you either get a new body or experiences here to live, or you get the same one. Okay. Yeah, like a lot of people say that they remember past lives, right? People say, oh, but it's only certain past lives people remember. I don't think nobody ever remembers being like a Smittler or like a Hussolini or, none of the bad people, right? When people say they had past lives, they remember all the good people. How convenient, oh, I used to be a queen, or, I was a warrior, or, I was this, I was that. Nobody ever remembers being some of the bad people in history. Yeah, everyone is Cleopatra, right? It's just like I accept that the mind is so powerful, you can believe anything, and to the extent that you believe it, it will become your experience. That's how I see it. If you think that your awakening is traumatic and it was, and it caused you to have this horrific, then you will. And then others say it was the most blissed out, euphoric, full of ecstasy, full of love. And that's how they experienced it. Who's right? Who's wrong? Because you got some people say, oh my goodness, I had my awakening and I went through spiritual psychosis. And then you got other people saying, I was blissed out. It was euphoric. I was full of ecstasy. I felt nothing but love. I saw nothing but colors. It was the most beautiful, amazing thing I ever experienced. And both would say that's how it's supposed to happen. Both would say this is how the awakening is. I know, Alyssa. But like Neville would say, if you say you missed the mark, why have you stopped imagining? And I would say some things you just stop caring about, right? Like if some things you just change your mind about, some things you just like, I'm good. If it don't happen, I'm good. I'm good trying to hold on to this desire. I'm good. Some people just decide to just give up. I feel like things that you really are passionate about, things that you really desire, you're not going to let them go. You're going to see it all the way to its manifest, it becoming visible, it becoming a true experience in your reality. I feel you, warrior. Yeah. I mean, I really can't speak to someone's experience, right? You really can't say what someone experienced it because it's there. Here's the thing. Experiences are uniquely personal. Experiences are personal. We want it to be this collective thing. We want it to be like, well, since that's how I experienced it, that's how everyone is going to experience it. No, the infinite is if there is infinite ways to experience this thing we call life, then that means there are infinite ways. There are no limitations. There's no boxing in spirit. And just because that's how you experience it doesn't make it law for everybody else. And I think that's where we kind of get a little bit too rigid, trying to make it be like, well, since I experienced it this way, everybody had. No, that's how you experienced it. Because you had some pre-programming, you had some preconceived notions, you had some assumptions about what this life could be or would be or how it could be, how it should show up. Right, not everybody gets the same movie. Exactly. So when it comes to the mystical stuff, just like when it comes to somebody, you're saying that you have a business, right? And that you did these 10 steps for your business to become, become successful. And then you try to tell everybody, well, if you want to have the business, if you want to be successful like my business, you got to do these exact same 10 steps. Do not falter, do not add, do not take away. If you do these exact same 10 steps, your business will be just as successful as mine. And then people go out and they do the exact 10 steps and then nothing happens. And why doesn't it happen? Why did those 10 steps work for that business owner, but it didn't work for the next 50? Because consciousness is not a one-trick pony. Consciousness doesn't have to, you could have just did 5 steps where it took them 10 steps. Or you could have did 2 steps where it took them 10 steps. Or you may have to do 15 steps where it took them 10 steps. Or you may have to do 20 steps where it took, because it's not about the steps. It's not about how you get there. It's the journey. But so many people are so concerned about the steps. They're so concerned about the how. It's not about the how. There are infinite ways for your business to be successful. Infinite ways. That's why you got to get to know you and follow your guidance system, your inner being. Do what works for you. See yourself as already being successful, and how it happens is none of your business. If you're living in the end, the how is not part of the equation. Exactly. Instead of trying to figure out how to be a millionaire or how to get your business to be successful, see yourself as already successful. See that the business is already booming. See that you already have the clientele. See yourself with it. Speak those things that be not as though they are. Be the person that already is it. You're already in Barbados, not how you got there. How you get to Barbados is none of your business. You may get it from a free trip, a friend, or who knows how many. It's so many ways that you could end up in Barbados. Your mind should not be on how to get to Barbados. Your mind should only be that you're already in Barbados. So you're already married. You're already married. So where am I going to find a man? Where am I going to find a man? You won't. You won't have to find the man. The man will find you. They will be drawn to you. How do I find the woman? You won't have to find the woman. The woman will find you. The woman will be drawn to you. It will happen. Well, you're never out of alignment. The moment you decided that you were married, you were in alignment. The moment you made a decision, you were in alignment. But are you going to stay in alignment there, or are you going to align to not having the person? Are you going to now change your focus and then give your energy to not being the person? To not, now you're aligned to that. Are you going to align to the old story or to the new story? Understanding the unfolding is not your work. I know A-Town mentioned about the difference between missing the mark and unfolding of the desire. The thing is that a lot of times we miss the mark because we're concerned about the unfolding. If we would just remain faithful to the end, the unfolding isn't happening. It's something that you end up not being concerned about. You're only concerned about it because you don't believe you already have it. That's missing the mark. The moment you decide that it's not yours, you've missed the mark. The moment you decide that it is yours, then you have it. It's just that simple. Awareness is key, because it is the power of your awareness. Consciousness is the only reality. Consciousness is the only reality. And if you think you don't have a thing, guess what? You're right. It's all so simple as we are yeah. As we're remembering. Yep. We complicate it because the mind wants to go to, but how, when. There is no how, there is no when. That's the part of us we have to train. We have to train our minds not to worry. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing. Training our minds to live in the end. Training ourselves to already have that which we desire. Training ourselves to be the person that we already are, that we say that we are. Getting the consciousness of it. Yep. But a lot of times, the reason why we miss the mark is because we decide and then we condition. Like with me with the shirt, right? I conditioned it because in my mind, I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm just like, I know that shirt gone. I know that, I had basically been like, I was kind of like, somebody else really wanted this shirt and they got it. Like, right. I would start conditioning. I started making excuses for this shirt not materializing, for me, quote unquote, losing the shirt. I started making concessions for not having it. And we do that with our desires. We start making concessions for it not being there. And since in my mind, well, it was just a shirt, you start just, again, making excuses, making concessions, because you didn't really believe, you didn't really accept it. So now you got all these conditions, you got all these reasons, when you just have to say, I just didn't really believe it'll come back. So it didn't. To be honest, I just didn't really believe I could get it back. So it didn't come back. Other things I truly believed in. Other things I truly accepted as a possibility, which is why I was able to experience it. Oh, hey, Vanessa. So now you Aria Solora. Hello. Hey. Because the dominant of the two beliefs always win out, right? You said you hung up on it. But why does it bother you so much? Why do you need it to change? Why just accept, acceptance, just like, it is what it is. Oh, to bring the light. Well, in order to assume it never happened, you can't talk about it. How do you talk about something that has never happened? How do we talk about something that never took place? Whenever you find yourself talking about it, you have to, actually, I didn't do that. Actually, you have to cut it off. You have to say, actually, I didn't do it. Actually, that didn't happen. It was like the argument that I had to say, well, actually, I didn't say anything. Actually, that never happened. And every time my mind tried to bring up what actually, because I did have a vivid remembrance at the time, what was said, how it was said, what took place, I decided that, actually, that never happened. So now I have absolutely, I can remember now I don't remember what was said. Now I don't remember what she said, what I said, because I had convinced myself it never happened. So now I can't even tell you what was said because I created the reality that nothing was said. So I have no memory of it. It's not ruining your self-concept. Okay, this is where forgiveness is key. So it sounds like you haven't free. So here's the thing with forgiveness. Forgiveness is twofold. Forgiveness means to forget. So you really do have to forget that you do have to forget about what you did. That's the first step. That's forgiveness. That's forgiveness 1A. Forgiveness 1B is now give yourself what you would like to receive. Forgive. Turn it around. Give forth. Now you're going to give yourself understanding. You're going to give yourself compassion. You're going to give yourself grace. And you're going to say, I am not defined by that experience. You're attaching yourself. See, what I didn't do, this is so key. I didn't condemn myself for responding. I didn't say, oh, I can't believe I said that. That's not who I am. I don't usually act like that. Nope. I didn't even identify with that experience. I didn't let me arguing and all of that define me as a person. That was just an experience. It does not shape my character at all. So you're going to have to disassociate or detach from the experience and stop letting that one single action define you, especially seeing it did not happen. Because how is it defining your self-concept if it didn't even happen? Didn't happen. So since it didn't happen, it cannot ruin your self-concept. Right? You're giving too much credence to this one activity that didn't even happen. That's not who you are. Yeah, if you have the option to. You don't have to, right? You have the option to. To me, you only revise it if you feel like, if you're judging it from a place of wrongfulness, right? If you're saying, oh, this shouldn't have happened, oh my god, if you're upset about it, if it's doing something to you, yes, you want to change how you perceiving it so it no longer affects you. That's the only reason why we ever revise anything, right? Because we don't want to be affected by the experience. We don't want the experience to dictate who we are. But if something happens and you could care less about what happens, why would you revise it? Who cares? If you're not attaching yourself to the experience. But that's the beauty of this life. You can do whatever you want. There is no wrongness. See, the thing with XX is that they're making this choice, this one thing, be monumentous, like it means something. It absolutely means nothing if you say it doesn't. It only means something because you say it means something. You care about what other people think about you. You care what other people thought about what you did. If you didn't care about what other people thought what you did, you wouldn't even care about revising it. You care about how it make you look. But no one cares about how it make you look other than you. You're the only one caring about, oh, I can't believe I put this post out there. Oh my goodness, everybody saw it. Oh my goodness, this says so much about me. Only because you say it does. If you stop giving all of this, putting your self-worth based on this one act, your self-worth isn't based on that one act. It's a glitch in time. That doesn't define you. That's not who you are. We have to understand there's no wrongness in this reality. No one is judging us but us. It's only wrong because you say it is. If you stop saying it's wrong, then it wouldn't be. It's just as simple as that. You are the judge and the jury. In the words of Sheree of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Who gonna check me, boo? The only one that's checking for you was you. And so your world is playing out as you assume it to be. If you assume that it was no big deal, guess what? It wouldn't be a big deal. If you just decided it ain't even no big deal, don't even care about what I said 2 years ago, 6 months ago. Don't think it's a thing because it's living rent free in your head. You're letting it live rent free. Not things more serious than a post. Oh my goodness. In consciousness, there's no big or small. No great. There's no such thing in consciousness. Consciousness doesn't have a barometer. The consciousness isn't gauging anything as this is more serious than that. Because if consciousness was gauging things is more right or wrong, we wouldn't experience a lot of things we experience, right? Consciousness would stop it in its tracks if it was judging as this shouldn't happen, but that should. That shouldn't happen, but this should. Consciousness isn't. Consciousness is letting us do whatever we want. We are deciding what's right or wrong, what's good or bad, what should happen, what shouldn't happen. We are deciding that. And there is no God coming down saying, you shouldn't be doing that. It's wrong to do that. No. If you think it's right, it will happen. Because where there's a will, there's a way in this reality. If you're willing for something to happen and you really truly desire for that thing to take place, it will. And how do I know you're desiring it? Because you're giving it your focus. You're giving it your attention. Yep. Knew better than what? Well, here's the thing, X. As long as you keep judging yourself, that's the place you're going to be in. If you're going to keep saying, oh man, I shouldn't have did that. Oh man, I shouldn't have did that. Well, you shouldn't have did that, then say that you didn't. It's so simple. If you said, I shouldn't have said that, then guess what? You didn't. If you say, well, actually, I didn't say that. But you have to remain faithful to that story, though. The thing is, you keep going back and forth between stories. You keep saying that you want to forget it and you want to revise it, but you keep reading the old script. You keep playing out the old script. You have to pick a side and then remain faithful to that side. But I know some things, I get what A-Town's saying, right? It's like some things has happened in our life that, we wish that we could have never happened to us, right? And we hear it all the time. People talk about their childhood or different relationships, right? And people are like, okay, I got to heal myself from it. I got to do the inner work. I got to do the shadow work because this thing just keeps popping up. I keep getting triggered. I keep spiraling because, whether there was some relationships they wish they hadn't been in. And most of the time it'd be relationships, right? Either be the relationships with your family or be a relationship with a significant other, right? And a lot of times those relationships traumatize us and make us feel like that experience was just so great. We don't see how we can not think about it, or we don't see how we can revise it, or we don't see how we can let it go. This is where forgiveness is key. This is where forgiveness And the forgiveness is, this is have to be the 1B. Because 1A for some people, which is forgetting, some people can't accept that. What do you mean forget? I can't forget all those things that happened to me. I can't forget the trauma. I can't forget that they said these things, that they did these things, that they mistreated me, that they, all these, right? So they're like, I can't forget that. So I'm going to go to 1B, which is going to be to give forth. Well, if you're saying you can't forget, that's your world. You get to hold on to that. What I will want you to do, 1B, give forth. Okay, so now the love you were looking from them, I'm going to need you to give to yourself. The compassion you were looking from them, I'm going to need you to give it to yourself. The peace, the love, the kindness, the generosity, the seeing yourself as enough, seeing yourself as amazing, regardless of what those people said, regardless of how they treated you, regardless of how they abandoned you, neglected you, hurt you, harmed you. I'm going to need you to turn this love on yourself. And I'm going to need you every day to talk to yourself in the most beautiful way. I'm going to need you every day to commune with yourself and talk to yourself and have that conversation and say, no, I'm loved. No, I am whole. I am complete. There's nothing wrong with me. Yes, I was in a different space when I was with them. I believed everything they said because I couldn't see the good in myself. I couldn't see my self-worth. I couldn't see my talents. I thought that someone else had to validate me. I felt someone else had to build me up. Yes, those people, they didn't love themselves. And I have to be honest, I didn't love myself either. And so me not loving me and them not loving them created an atomic explosion. 2 bombs came together and exploded upon one another. And so I sat there and I took it and I accepted it because I believed it, because I thought it was true. But now I know it isn't true. That is not who I am. I am not less than. I am not incapable. I am loving. I am kind. I am beautiful. I am amazing. I do have talents. I do have gifts. I do have something that I can express to the world that's going to appreciate what I give and who I am. Like now you have to start talking to yourself. And this has to be a daily practice, right? Because for so long you believe what everybody else was saying when the world was beating you down, whether it was your parents or your significant other, whoever it was that was, showing you that you didn't love you, that you thought that you weren't worthy of love, that you weren't enough. You're now going to turn that around and decide to, no, I'm going to love me. I'm going to appreciate me. And you have to do this daily. You have to do it daily. And so do people describe this as the healing journey? Do people describe this as the inner work, the shadow work? Here's what I know. Love is not work, and love isn't a shadow. Love is power, and it's the only power. And that's who you truly are. Yes. Because what I would say is declaring the truth. You're now speaking truth. Because the truth is, you are whole, you are complete, you are enough, you are worthy, you are amazing, you are generous, you are compassionate, you are at peace. It's just about recognition. You were those things even when you didn't realize it. Even when you couldn't see it. You were just blinded to it because you thought it came from somewhere else, and now you're recognizing it comes from within. Now you're just going to accept, I was blinded to the love that I am. I was blinded to who I truly am. I was too busy looking out there as opposed to looking within. I was looking for someone else to love me better than I knew how to love me, and it just doesn't happen that way. The loveless never find love. Only the loving find love. So in order for me to find love, I have to find it within myself. That part. And so not that this is where this is a choice. Forgiveness is a choice. You have to choose you every day. Say to yourself, I choose me every day. I choose me every day. Decide to choose you every day. I'm going to choose to love me, to shower me with gifts, to be generous with myself, to give myself grace, to give myself compassion, to give myself understanding. I choose me today. I'm centering me because I am the center of my universe. Everything begins and ends with me. You got to choose you. The world ain't going to like it, but guess what? The world ain't going to like it because you don't. It does not matter what anyone else thinks. Remember, there is no one else. There is no one else. This is a one-player game. You're the script writer. You're the director. You're the producer. And guess what? You are the star. You have to decide, I'm no longer playing supporting cast in my own movie. Like, where we do that at? How this your movie and you playing background noise? You sitting in the corner. No one puts baby in the corner. Dirty Dancing. No one puts baby in the corner. We're not putting baby in the corner. Baby getting the spotlight. Oh, you're welcome, blissfully. Yes. Oh, you're welcome, Kanisha. Okay. Go ahead, James. Let me see. Wait a minute, what is you said you got a question regarding what? Let's see.
Yo, good. How
Hello,
are
how are
you?
you? Good.
Um, I was just wondering what you think about Islam, cause
I don't.
I was just getting ready to become a Muslim, but I just wanted to let you like talk about it, cause I'm kind of like debating whether I want to become a Muslim or just become my own type of person.
Mm. That's a decision you have to make. I don't think anything about Islam. I don't lean towards any religion. Religion to me is not based in love, it's based in fear.
Oh, okay. So you think I should just? I mean, you're not saying for me to do anything, but based on your experience, like, were you ever in any religions like before, or?
Yes. Yes, I was a Christian.
Oh, okay. Because I kind of feel like listening to you talk and stuff like that. I
Hmm.
feel like I'm actually kind of more like I kind of follow in like I'm more like consciousness type thing, energy
Hmm.
based,
Hmm.
and I'm more like love. Like I resonate with the love aspect of things, and authenticity.
Hmm.
But I still like feel like there's something like that I don't like. I'm like kind of I need to be organized in a way is what I feel like. So do you have any advice for someone that's trying to be more organized and like more aligned, I guess?
Choose it. Everything's based on choice. It's about what do you want and then remain faithful to that choice. What do you want? Do you know what you want?
Kinda, but I'm kind of lost at the same time because I feel like I feel like I'd be like left out if I become a Muslim and stuff like that with my family. But I
Hmm.
also feel like I'm
Did you have
very
a James? Did you have another name before? Because you sound very familiar.
no, this is my first name.
Okay. No, I'm saying did you have a different handle on TikTok before?
No, this is my only account.
Oh, okay. No problem. What
Yeah.
you said because of your family?
Yeah, it's because of my family.
Mm.
But I'm still trying to find out like what I'm trying to navigate through everything. Based on my personal experience, but people keep telling me that Islam is evil and stuff like that.
Well, I don't really know about the teachings of Islam. You know, I can only know from a peripheral type understanding about Islam. Um, I did have it's this book. So I believe all sacred texts, whether it's the Quran, the Bible, um, the Torah, that they're all metaphysical texts, that they're all psychological books, that none of those books are about things that happened. It's not a history book. But religion would say something differently. The religion would say, well, it's historicity. It's telling you about, the teachings of Muhammad, or it's telling you about the the Christ that was to come, the story of Jesus. Like, no. And I would say, well, actually, these are archetypes and they're personifications of the mind. And these texts are telling you how to think so you can live a happy life here on this third dimensional plane. So you can have the joy, the peace, the love, the unity, the kindness that you're looking for right here, right now. And it's telling you how to love yourself.
Okay, so you think these are just like concepts for yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay, yeah. One more question. What do you think about Freemasonry?
And I'm not really familiar with, like I said, I've heard about different of the teachings from these different perspectives or philosophies. I never studied any of them, but to me, everything is interconnected. Everything is one. They're all saying the same thing. It all comes back to self. It all comes back to how you think, so your life goes.
Okay. Okay, so you think everything is like aligned?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So you think basically like all the religions are kind of the one and the same then?
Yes.
Okay.
Not religions. Religions, okay, one and the same in that they're all based in fear. But as far as their teachings, yes, they're going to differ in their teachings. But as far as the concept, it's all telling you to fear something outside of you and to align with their precepts and their laws and their dogma and their doctrine. And then if you don't, there's a price to pay. There's a penalty at the end, which I disagree with.
Oh, so you don't believe in hell?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hell is now. Your hell is now, so is your heaven.
What about people that do like horrible things though?
That's their hell.
You think there's gonna like transition into something hellish?
They're living it now.
But what about the repercussions? Because some people get away with it.
I mean, do you know that for sure? You don't know what goes on in a person's mind. You may on the outer may feel like, oh, they didn't go to jail, but that didn't mean that their mind is at ease, that they have peace.
Mm,
Because most of these people that claim to be doing all of these things, when you will find out a lot of them are alcoholics or drug or addicted into some type of, substance.
yeah, that's true actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because,
Yeah. No.
because we think that people should go to some cell, but the cell that they're living in is in their own mind. But we're looking for a physical cell to put them in. But the physical
Mm,
prison the prison that they're experiencing is their own mind. They're not free in their own mind.
like prison consciousness type thing.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I have one more question before I go. I just personally want to ask you what you think about the teachings of Sophia. Do you think it's all the same thing too? Or because I recently just read about like the fallen angels in the Anunnaki.
So yeah, I
And
don't get into that either. That's, to me, again, it's all psychological. They're all archetypes. They're all telling you about the mind. I don't think that they're once you start controlling your mind, you'll understand that life just shifts. But if you're thinking that it's something outside of you controlling you, that's how you're going to experience this reality.
okay. Do you
Yeah,
think
all the same, like D Rich said, all is the same. All is mind.
but do you think that like we this thing that we're experiencing right now it happened before? Because I feel like there's something weird about like just constantly thinking you're flowing and doing your own thing. I feel like there was something that like is because I've seen like I've had mystical experiences myself,
Hmm.
and I've seen like things happen and like they got like put together like in alignment and stuff like that, and like I could have like easily like not been here. I could have been unalived.
Hmm.
So I've seen a lot of mystical experiences, and my question is to you is like, what do you think about that? Do you think that's a higher power? Do you think that they're higher powers?
I believe there's only one power, and you are that power experiencing it in a unique fashion. No one else is ever going to have the experiences you have because they're uniquely yours. They're individual, but it's all connected. We're all one, having an individualized experience. You
You
are the
think?
power. There's no power outside of your mind, your consciousness.
Okay. Do you think it's one consciousness collectively?
It's one consciousness wholly individualized. Like your world is different from my world. So when you say what we are experiencing, I would have to ask you what experience? What are we experiencing? Is what you're experiencing. I'm not having the experience you're having. That's uniquely your own.
Okay. Okay, yeah, nah, I got you. Yeah. Um yeah, that makes sense. I'm just kind of struggling right now with like kind of like cuz I have a lot of anxiety and stuff like that. And I have a lot of like I don't know, I grew up with a really religious household and I've always grown up thinking that I'm going to go to hell if I don't like do the right thing type thing.
Mm.
So, yeah, I was just kind of trying to break out of that in a way, but it's kind of sucks though because you constantly feel like when you still try to break out of it, even the break out of it feels like you're going to go to hell. You know what I mean?
Um, even though I was a Christian, the church I went to didn't preach hellfire. I had no concept of ever going to hell. That was never a question or a problem for me. Because when I was a Christian, I was a Christian. And so I knew that hell was never a possibility. And so I never struggled with, oh my goodness, I may do something that's going to cause me to go to hell. Never crossed my mind. And so now when I leave Christianity and I understand that hell is just a concept that men created to manipulate and keep people in line to make sure that they don't find themselves and know their own power. And if I can make you think that what you do now can be a consequence for a future experience, I can dictate your choices and the way you're going to experience life. I can manipulate and control you.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, so it really is based on your environment then, huh?
Mhm.
Because, yeah, my parents did kind of teach that fear-based type of thinking.
Kind of
And
like the Santa Claus theory, right?
yeah,
The
yeah,
Santa
kind of
Claus,
like that.
the Santa Claus myth. If you're naughty or nice, the Santa Claus is not going to bring you anything. I need to manipulate you and make you think that you have to be a good little boy or girl if you want these gifts at Christmas.
Mm.
Concept with God. If you want eternal life, you got to be a good little Christian or good little Muslim boy, and then you'll get the gift of eternal life after this life. But I understand there is only life. There's only eternity. There's only eternity. There is no death. Because the script says, I am the God of the living and not the dead. There's only life.
So you think that the soul is eternal
Yes.
and it transcends into what exactly?
Which means what? It just is. It's energy. The soul is just another way for energy. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It's just transformed. What does it transform into? Whatever it desires to.
Is is it whatever we desire to?
Yep, it's whatever it is. Whatever it chooses.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of scary though at the same time though, don't you think?
Why? Why would I be scared?
Because
I
you
don't live
can,
in fear. What's the fear of what? So I get where you talk about the anxiety because anxiety is based on a future reality that has never happened and probably doesn't have any any basis of ever happening. Why would I live from that place?
I guess you're right. But there's a lot of things that happen that are like bad though, like car accidents and
So what? I'm never going to drive a car because I'm worried about an accident.
I guess you're right. I mean, if you're gonna
What?
live,
I would never drive a car then, huh?
I mean, yeah,
Like
you
I
got
don't
a
drive a
point.
car fearing not to have an accident. I drive a car to get me where I'm going.
Yeah, you do got a point. I mean, if you do live in like fear-based type of thinking, I feel like you kind of attract more like negative things that happen to you.
Yeah, because that's what you put your focus on. Put your focus on the good instead of the bad. Why would I focus on something on the thing I don't want to happen? Why would I give my energy to that?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
That's a miserable existence. That doesn't bring about a happy life. To always worrying about what the worst thing that could happen. That's kind of like I don't know. You sound fairly young. You ever heard of Murphy's Law?
Yeah, I've heard of Murphy's Law.
Yeah, the what could go wrong will go wrong. Why would I walk? Why would I experience life that way? That's a miserable existence
So
to be
just live in the
walking
now
around thinking about the worst that could happen.
and think about the best that could happen, right?
Exactly. Yes. When you expect the best will come.
Wow. Yeah, I guess you're right. I just have experienced a lot of hardships in my life recently. I'm only 20 years old though, and I feel like I've been through quite a bit, but that's really young to be going through a lot of hardships, I feel like, but I feel like the hardships kind of are like necessary though, don't you think? Cuz like hardships are like a part of reality though. Um we experience hardships and like they're inevitable in a kind of in a way, don't you think?
They may be a part of reality, but they don't have to be a part of reality. That's what I do know.
Cuz it's the way you perceive it?
Yep. We decided that life's supposed to be hard, so it is.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah,
Right.
no. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So yeah, we're told that life, but everyone doesn't experience a hardship. You do know that, right? That everybody isn't living life from this struggle life.
Yeah.
It's all about perspective. And here's the thing. A lot of times people say they're experiencing hardship because they just think that life shouldn't be happening the way it is. But guess what? It will happen differently if you decided that it did.
Yeah.
It's like a loop. It's like a loop. It's like you're told when you come here, oh, life is so hard, it's so difficult, it's so trying. Oh my goodness, all of my friends they're living this and that. And I'm not saying this to some people are really going through some things, right? I get it. Some people have parents that have traumatized them, have neglected them, and did maybe some horrific things to them, right? That's
Yeah.
the exception, not the rule, though. And we
Yeah.
want that to be the rule, and to have a good life is the exception. But no, the exception is the hard life. That's not the rule. Because life is whatever you think it is.
Yeah. I think I think you made a good point. Yeah, no, definitely. I agree with you. Uh, hopefully that I can try to change it, but it's kind of hard right now with my situation. But I'm definitely going to be trying to listen in and stuff like that to try to like learn more from you because I feel like you're very knowledgeable on this type of stuff, and you have a lot
Well,
of
you are too. Here's the thing: you can prove it to yourself. It's not even about what I say, what I think, how I present it. It's about you applying it, you proving it to yourself.
yeah,
It really comes from this knowing, this knowledge comes from experience. You have to really decide that life will be different, and it will be different. You have to decide it though. You have to choose you. Choose you. What do you want, James? And then live from that state.
100%. Yeah, no, definitely. It's all up to me at the end of the day.
Yep. Yep. And it's not about what anyone else thinks. It's not about what anyone else says. It's not about what your parents say, what your parents think. It's not about skill. It isn't about education. It isn't about money. It isn't about gender, race. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with mind. What do you want?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I gotta go right now, but yeah, no, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm gonna be chiming in every once in a while to try to see what's up, what's going on with you and stuff like that. Because I
Okay.
do think you have a lot of good information and stuff like that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Have a great day.
Of course, you too. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Hello. Is this? Hey, 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 Latoxic.
Hello, hello. How are
Hey.
you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Oh,
you.
sorry, sorry. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Good, good, good. I just want to, yeah. We'll talk later. I just
Okay.
realized I'll send you a DM.
Okay. Yeah, did sound familiar, right? But
Yes, it sounds like
yeah,
this guy whose name was Ahmad.
yeah, did. But
Yes.
yeah. I was
I was
like,
just
that
like,
sounds
so
familiar.
it's
But
okay if you
hey,
don't want to, reveal his identity or whatever, but it's just like, now, wait a minute. Very distinct voice.
Barry, it did. Yeah, you're right. So, but hey, he said no. He that was always his name. So
Okay, period.
yeah. Hey, what you gonna do? Hello, blissfully. How are you?
Hey, Miss Toyia. I ain't been on here in a minute. I'm good.
Oh,
How you
hey,
doing?
welcome back.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Wait, yeah. I want to say thank you. I ain't gonna lie. Because I can just see how much I've grew from the first time I joined your live and from now. And I ain't even been on your live like that. But you helped me realize, you helped me dig deeper into judgment and what judgment is. And it helped me become so aware of how I was judging people, judging situations, judging things I went through. And learning that, it just shifted everything. Like digging deeper into that, it helped me see like even like hardships, and like he said, a car accident. I was in a car crash that I don't even remember. I only knew because people told me and because I was in pain. And it's like, and if you do go through a car crash, what? All it's gonna do is help you grow. And like learning what I learned, it's like if you grew from it, if you healed from it, if you evolved from it, if you learned something from it, how did it hurt you? So
Mm,
like I don't see things as happening to me at all. Like that's victim. That's I see things as happening for me, and seeing things like that now, I can really see what the thing came to teach me, what it came to show me, like what it what's its purpose. Like that car crash and stuff like that. Like it helped me see like the purpose behind the thing itself when I got out of victim mode and got got out of the mindset of this is happening to me, I'm hurt, I'm sad, like this happened for me. So why did this happen for me? What did it come for? And I just want to say thank you for real.
oh, you're welcome. And thank you for sharing. I do remember your story and how life has really transformed for you. It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, I say thank you because I was around people that was digging into like the Anunnaki, and they was on like, and some consider that like Christ consciousness, like gaining awareness and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But that's not the awareness that I want to gain. Like I don't, like you saying, I don't even care to even look into that because that's just a whole nother. It's just a label that's on a certain energy that's all within. So it's like I now know what Christ consciousness really is. It's knowing that we are all one.
Hmm.
And everybody, I feel like everybody is going to go through and do things that they are supposed to do to get to where they're supposed to be. Like it's all, everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, no matter how you see it.
Yes. Yep. Yep. It's like I said, this path, this experience is a one player game. It's just all about you deciding how do you want to utilize your sim character. You get to
Hmm.
determine that character and what you want to take that character to and through. And once you understand how to use your mind, which is the key to this reality, your consciousness is the key to manifestation. Manifestation is just bringing that which is unseen into visibility. And you get to pick that through decision, through your thoughts.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about Cause you helped me become aware of my negative belief rooted in money, like thinking like, oh, as soon as money come in, I gotta spend something. And I ain't gonna lie, it happened today. I had some money and I had to get my car, some car stuff. But you helped me become aware of thinking like, oh, whenever I get money, something happen. Like that's a negative belief that's rooted in, being not being like financially secure. But that's like an unhealed root chakra. Like that's not. So I'm right now I'm working on shifting my mindset because now you made me aware. You helped me see that negative belief rooted in that. So now I'm working on shifting my mindset to not.
You're abundant. Money flows through you
It do.
because of you,
And
because of that
spending
who
money,
you
it's gonna
are,
come back.
right? Yeah,
It's gonna come back. Like, what's the point of wanting money if you're not gonna spend it?
that part.
So you gotta like I'm working on like being happy about spending money. Like I'm working on that shift right now, like for real. Cause I'm like, what's the point of wanting the money if you're not gonna spend it?
Right, hoarding it. It's to enjoy, right? That's the whole purpose of the money, is that is a way of exchanging one idea for another. That's all. Somebody has an idea that you want to experience, or you have the idea that you want to experience. Whatever it is, it's all comes down to experience.
Yeah. I've been trying to figure out how do I wanna experience this life, cause being 23 and realizing like, dang, I don't have to do none of these things that's rooted in these negative beliefs, that's rooted in chasing money or chasing this or in fear of lack and this. So I'm really having to sit with myself and figure out, what do I want to do? I know money flows to me. What would I like to do to have the money flow to me? Like in what way? Like what do I really want to do? Like, cause I used to think it was basketball, but I don't even think it's that no more. Like, dang, what do I really want to do?
Here's the thing, there's nothing to do to get money to flow to you, though. Money, you are money. So whatever you do, you'll always have money. You never have to worry about that because you are money itself. You are abundant. So life isn't about a getting, life is about experience. You don't have to do anything to get money. That's been the trick. That's been the deception, thinking we have to do something for money. No, money will show up when you just be. So who do you say that you are? Who are you? What do you like? What do you enjoy?
I just enjoy being. Like, I just enjoy flowing, doing what I want to do, being able to do what I want to do whenever I want to do it.
All right. I mean, if you still enjoy playing basketball, even if it's just for fun, even if you don't see it as a career, do that. You don't know what doors that may open. When we do stuff because simply for the joy of it, that's when um things flow to us. Because it comes from a natural outpouring.
Yeah. You seen Soul, Miss Toyia?
I seen who?
Have you seen the movie Soul?
I saw some of it. I gotta watch them. That's like a cartoon, right?
Yes.
Okay, I gotta.
It's
I
real.
was
It's
kind of falling
real.
asleep with it, so I really wasn't watching it. But it was a thing like a really good movie. I gotta watch it again.
No, I fell asleep too. I had to rewatch it like twice, but I took notes on it and I broke it down. And I realized when it came to basketball, I felt like I was Joe, chasing like validation and approval and success, feeling like I need to be good in this to be satisfied. And I feel like that's why I had a lot of my injuries.
Mm. But you also probably hit the fear of having injury. Because the injuries doesn't come because you seek, a lot of people seek validation, they still get their desire, right? They still get to live out their journey, right?
Yeah.
So life isn't trying to teach you a lesson. Life is giving you what you believe you can do. So if you believe that having your career in basketball came with some type of limitation, some type of sacrifice, some type of competition, comparison, struggle, that's why you experience some of the difficulties you did because of your beliefs around that.
I don't know. I gotta sit with it because I don't really know. I feel like when I was just playing, I was just playing.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even taking it too serious. Like I was having fun with it. I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't in the gym all the time. None of that. I was just always kind of good. So I was just having fun with it. I wasn't really thinking about injuries because I ain't really have none when I was younger when I was playing, and I've been playing for a minute. But I do like remember you saying doubt and fear can it. You don't know how it can show up.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about doubt and fear around basketball,
Yeah,
right? No, I'm talking about doubt and fear in general in life,
yeah,
right? Not specifically to basketball, right? Because we think that beliefs compartmentalize themselves when they don't. We don't get to say how fear, limitation, and doubt shows up. Just like we don't get to say how desires manifest. But when we operate in love, and love means us no harm. Love means us no harm. Harm shows up as a result of fear, not of love.
I can see that. Yeah, because I was living. I'm still getting rid of some negative beliefs and things, but I was more in that when I was going through the injuries, living in fear and in doubt and stuff. So I can see that.
Yeah, and then all it comes to now is like you said, you done the forgiveness, and that's all that's really necessary. That's all that is required, because the forgiveness is just about seeing yourself is already complete, that there's nothing wrong, regardless of the situations and circumstances and experiences you found yourself in. Those things do not define you. It's not who you are. You are the I am having the experience. And so you being the I am, being the operating power, you get to perceive it and change it and alchemize it to your benefit. So it's just about, what do you want? How do you see it? You know, what do you expect out of life? And it doesn't have to be, and I know sometimes we think it has to be this grand thing, it can be whatever you want, but I feel if you've lost the thrill or the love for basketball, that's okay. You feel like your heart is leading you towards something else, then lean into that. Find out what makes you like, because I feel like we should love the thing that we want to be, whether that's traveling, whether that's creating a business, whether that's playing basketball, whether that's being,
You name
whatever it
everything I
is.
want to do.
Huh?
You name everything I want to do. Travel. I want multiple businesses, and I want to play for fun.
Hey, you can have it all. There's no limitation. Then just do the thing that you love to do. Enjoy doing that.
Yeah, I just feel like when it came to basketball, like I put all my eggs in one basket, and I'm bigger than that. Like I'm bigger than basketball. So yeah, like I like to do more than just play basketball. But when I was playing, I wasn't thinking that. I was just strictly basketball.
And you think that was a wrongness there?
Yes.
And I would say nope.
You say no?
hmm No judgment. Why was it wrong to just love basketball?
I don't feel like
You
there's no right or wrong, but I feel
like those who have gained great success from basketball, do you not think that they loved it and that was all that was on their mind was basketball? And
yeah,
that love allowed them to experience other things?
yeah. I don't think I loved it as much as they did. I just liked it. It was fun and I was good. Like, they was in the gym. I don't think I could live, sleep, breathe, like I would get tired.
Oh,
No, I
okay.
like my freedom. Like,
Okay.
but
Okay.
at the time, I wasn't really realizing that because that's the loop that I've been in since a child. Like just basketball, basketball.
Mm.
That's why I say like, not that it was wrong, but I was more aligned towards what I really wanted to do. Because now if I play basketball, it's like, okay, I done experienced the freedom of not being tied down. So it's like, do I really want to do this? Do I want to have practice at this and this time, have to train and lift at this and this time? Or would I rather do this? Would I rather travel? Would I rather create? Would I rather have my businesses and play basketball? Might put
Yeah.
together a little YouTube league with girls and, you can do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. That's what's
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
But I don't think it was wrong, but I was more so, I feel like, pushed towards what I really wanted, and it was greater than what I thought I wanted at the time.
Okay. Well, yeah. See, there you go. You kind of know you saying what you want, right? You're like, yeah. So you're getting more clarity just from talking about it.
Yeah, I don't realize it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no limitation. You can have all of that. Just decide that you do.
Yeah. I just feel like basketball was just the first thing that I tried
Mm-hmm.
and I was great at.
Okay.
So I never had to try too hard, and it was, like, I'm the best on the team. Like, it was just always, but I don't really care for that too much.
Got you.
No more.
Hey, I feel you. Sometimes you try some things, you're like, yeah, I like it, but I don't love it. I kind of like it. I'm good at it, but I don't see myself doing this for, longer than what I've done it for. And there's nothing wrong with that, switching it up. And
That's
like you
why you
said,
gotta
you can
watch
take it
soon.
to something else, right? Your love for the game or your natural gift at it can bring you into something else.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I would love to talk to other athletes because I feel like now knowing what I know, I didn't have the best mental clarity. Like, I was, negative. Like, I was living in doubt and in fear. So I can kind of see when players play with that now. And I would love to speak more on that aspect of athletes. Like, do you know, like, if you cleared your mental, how much better you could perform? Rather than just trying to perform and carrying all this baggage, like, because I was once that athlete. So yeah, I would love to help the athletes. Like, basketball did help me see that. Like, I love encouraging and motivating on the court. So if I could help athletes on or off the court, I would want to do that. Like the mental aspect, the breath work. Like, Kobe did breath work. Kobe talked about meditation and
They learned it from Phil Jackson. Yeah. It was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on shifting my negative beliefs around, feeling like I gotta work for money.
Well, where you started, stop calling them negative. They're just beliefs.
You right.
And then just change them to what you want it to be.
I see.
It's all just about deciding. And then, like, you decided to do it, now just do it. Just be it. Let it, when you find yourself thinking a certain way, decide to think differently. If it's not if it's not the way you want to think. You don't have to judge it. You don't have to analyze it. Just choose differently.
That is true. See, a few months ago, I wouldn't have understood that, but now It is like you change. Like waiting for change is you change when you want to change.
Yep. Yep.
Right now. It's
Just
right now.
decide. Just decide.
Just now.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's all I got to say.
Thank
Can I
you
ask you a
for
question, Miss
sharing.
Toyia, too? Then I'm so, I came in. I hear you all, you guys, what you're saying. Thank you for having me up.
Mhm.
And how are you all doing?
Great, great, great. How are you?
Good. I was gonna tell you this. I was gonna ask you this, right? Because I know you say there's nothing wrong, but I don't desire to do a job. I don't desire to do anything like as far as working out here. All I desire to do is get up, be rich, and travel and have fun every day. Is that wrong? Do we have to do something like some type of action to be able to get this money? Because I don't desire to do these jobs out here. I don't desire.
Your
I just have
only
to. Right now, I feel like
job,
I have to do it, but I don't desire to do it.
right? Your only job is joy of being. What do you enjoy being?
A fun loving person and traveling and having fun and exploring the world. That's what I enjoy to do.
Well, there you go. To see yourself being it, and you will express it. Don't
Okay.
focus on what you don't want. So you're saying,
Okay.
I don't want
Okay.
to work. I don't want. That's not even a part of your reality. You don't work. You enjoy traveling. You taking your children. Whatever you're doing with your children, whatever you're doing with your money, you're enjoying that. You're being that. You're doing that. That's the place
Okay.
to live from.
That's what I gotta live for. Okay. Okay. Because I don't. I'm like, oh, I'm glad you said that because I be feeling like we gotta do something to be rich. You have to do something. You do because everybody that I know that's rich, they had to do something to get there. Well, not everybody, because you did tell me like the kids that were born, they didn't have to do anything right. They didn't. Everybody didn't have to do anything. You're right.
I mean, some people get inheritances, some people
Yeah.
lotteries, some people their life is playing is going to the casino and they live a life off of that, right? Some people play blackjack 21, some people play poker, right? And they live their whole life is going to playing cards. Some people do bowl and some people do different things for it's so many ways to make money. Like now
Now people
social
doing
media, right? People
yeah,
are
social media.
making
I was gonna say that.
lives doing right. They're not, but some people will still say, oh, but it's a job. It's a job. It depends on how you perceive a job.
I don't look at it as a job. You waking up doing what you love every day, and people are just watching you.
Exactly. That part.
That's easy to me. I can do that. You just
That's what
putting it
people
on
play
camera.
games online. Yeah, but if you like, you just want to have enough money to travel and to take care of your children, or you want more than enough money, you want to be rich. I want to
Yes.
be rich. Dun, 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 dun.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I want money. Lots and lots of money.
And not just for me either. I want to help
Pie in
people.
the sky. I want to be. Say, I am rich.
I
And so
am rich.
Live from the place of you already are being, doing, having everything you could desire.
Okay.
All your needs are met. Is more than enough. Like what does your life look like now that you are it? Right? Live from that state. Right?
Okay. Carefree. It look carefree. That's what I want to be.
You're happy.
That's the only
You're
thing I'm chasing is
thankful,
the carefreeness.
Right? You're generous. You're thankful.
Generous. Yes.
Right? You're happy. You're giving. You're
Yes.
loving yourself. All this should be coming from you to you.
Okay. So I just have to live from that state. Still live from that state, even though right now it's not there. I know, the money's not there, but I'm going. Whole hard part, like living from the state when you're not there yet. That's the hard part. That's the difficult part a little bit.
Also, here's the thing. So you think the doing when I'm telling you the being. You're focused on the doing and not the being. I want you to be it before you could ever do it.
Okay.
So living from it causes you nothing to feel good about yourself. To speak well of yourself, to see yourself as already whole, happy, abundant. That costs you nothing. To be that in your mind. To be that in consciousness.
And I can also
now
choose to not worry, right?
So
I can
here's the
choose to
thing,
not worry about things, right? Like, can I choose that?
Yes.
Okay,
You're
like if
choosing
it's something
worry.
coming on, like something's happening, and I know it's happening, do, like, you can either choose to be like, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do, this and that. That's worrying about it, or choose to say, you know what, everything's gonna work out. That's the choosing part, right? Like,
Yep.
is that okay? I'm making sure I'm doing this right. I'm just happy. That's all. Like I feel, but I feel that's the reason why I be coming to you sometimes. Is I feel a little uncomfortable because it's like things are going right, and it's like all the time though. Like I haven't had any bad experiences lately. Thank goodness. I'm just gonna say
Mhm.
thank the God within me, or I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something right, but it gets scary because it's like I was used to the things I was going through. So now that life is like going good, that's the reason why I keep coming to you, because I'm like, it's like a worry thing. I don't want nothing to go wrong. That's the thing. Yeah, yeah.
So you waiting for the other shooter drop.
No, I don't want it
This is where talking to yourself is so important.
to. Mm-hmm.
You have to remind yourself, I deserve it.
Okay.
I'm worthy of this. Of course, why of course life is easy. Of course life is good. Of course I'm supposed to be experiencing bliss and joy and happiness and ease and comfort. Of course. You have to remind yourself of who you are. This is when I was talking earlier. I know I've been on for a couple of hours.
Mhm.
And I was telling the chat, you have to be, I know the world tells you not to have an ego. I'm going to tell you to have the biggest ego you can think of. Because remember, there is no world, it's only you. Have a big ego. Such a huge ego. I love his big ego. You need to have an ego that's on 10. You got to be like Muhammad Ali. I think Gigi said that last time. I'm the greatest. I'm the best. I deserve it. I'm abundant. I'm rich. I'm living the best life I ever, more than I ever could imagine. I'm the greatest. I'm supposed to be living this way. You goddamn right. I'm confident. I am that girl. I am that woman. I am whoever the fuck I say I am. Talk to yourself with such clarity, such arrogance, such egotistical things that you could think of. Because remember, there is no world. You are the world. People don't have a problem with confidence. You have a problem with confidence. People love confident people. People love people that know who they are. The people walk into the room and own the room. People love people like when they can command their reality. Yes, I am the GOAT. Yes. Be egotistical. That's a lot of times when you got to be humble. That's some bullshit. 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 No such thing as humility. How God gonna be humble? Get out of here.
Look, they put that in the chat, and I was just telling my son that yesterday, like what they said, because my sign is Capricorn, and I am the GOAT for real. Like,
There you go.
I'm not,
What?
what they just said. I just said that yesterday to my son. I said I'm the GOAT because my birthday is coming up, and I'm the GOAT. That's my little sign, a GOAT.
Ah, there you go.
Right. So I said,
Wow. Yes.
oh my God, so it's crazy that they put that in
Yes,
there.
be conceited, be arrogant, be
Yes.
proud, be
Okay,
big,
that was
be
just a
low.
confirmation. Thank you.
Girl.
That's a confirmation.
There you go. There you go.
Get that out your mouth.
Ah, yeah, don't play small. Do not
So
play small.
even when your kids start thinking big, like how you know how I'm telling them to think big because I'm thinking like that. Should I just
Think
not? I
bigger.
should encourage it.
Yep, think bigger.
Okay.
Think bigger.
Okay.
They thinking big, think bigger. How big
Think
can
bigger.
you go? Go big or go home, as they say. Go big or go home. You thinking big, think bigger. Not think bigger. Not think bigger than that. Not think bigger than that. Not think bigger than that. Yes, expand their consciousness.
And Miss Toyia, could I ask you another question too? You know how your
Yeah.
kids, like when you have, I guess, projected on them and they grow up like a certain way, like I say, oh, I don't have money for this and I don't have money. I did this to my kids so many years that now they be like, oh, Mom, I don't want you to, I want to ask you because I don't know, you might not have enough money, or they'll say stuff like that. How should I change that for them, because to me, I'm like, I put something in them that like they could possibly take into their adult
Don't
lives.
worry about not having no money. What do you want? Don't even worry about that.
Okay.
What do you want? Now see yourself with it.
Okay. And my daughter says that a lot. She's like, I don't know. She's so scared of everything. I'm like, oh, I did that to her.
But now you
Because
can
I
change.
was
You can
like that.
revise it. Now stop
Yeah.
calling her scared of everything and say she's fearless. This girl ain't got
She's
no
fearless
fear.
again.
This girl ain't got no fear. This girl knows who she is.
Okay.
She's so confident. Oh my goodness. She owns the
Okay.
world.
Okay, thank you. Because I was wondering, I'm like, when you have other people around you telling you stuff like too, that's another thing. Like other people around you, they
There
could
are no other people.
kind of deter your thoughts about yourself sometimes. Because they'd be like, oh, dang,
There are
they
no
really
other
see it.
people. Other people don't exist.
Okay.
Like there are no other people. What? I don't hear you. People start coming in with that low, that negativity that I don't hear you. You don't exist. What? I can't hear you. I don't speak negativity. I don't know that language. What are you talking
Okay.
about?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, because a lot of people can project. They be like, how are you going to do this? You can't do that.
Don't
Yes,
worry
no, you
about the
can't.
how. Just watch and
Right.
see. Don't worry
Just
about
what? Right.
it. Just watch. Just watch and see. Yeah, the how is really none of your business. It's their
Yep, and
business.
none of mine because it's going to come. I know it is.
That part.
Right. Ooh.
Hey, look, it's time to be conceited up in here. Up in here. Up in here. Y'all gonna make me act a fool up in here. Up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my
Why do you think the world made us feel like being arrogant and cocky and feeling good about ourselves was bad? Like, because
to keep
it'll
you
make you feel
small.
like you got to be humble.
To keep you small so you don't realize who the fuck you are.
Oh, they want you to stay down so you won't
But it doesn't even matter
elevate.
about it. Here's the thing. I'm not gonna get into what the world's talking about because the
Okay.
world doesn't exist except in your mind.
Okay. Okay.
The world, there is no world. There's only you. The world is a reflection of you. Now that you know that, the world is going to reflect back to you. So when you walk in confidence, the world has to bow down. When you
Can I
walk
ask you one more
in
question too?
assurance. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm throwing these questions at you. I'm sorry.
Now you good, you good.
What if I'm in an area, right? And you said the world doesn't matter. I understand you said that, right? Okay, what if I'm in an area where all the energy you could say that the energy is low. You could say that because like say I'm in an area where it's a lot of poverty, it's a lot of like drug addicts around, it's a lot of like just a lot of people in the same area just are down on their luck, right? And say if I'm trying to manifest winning the lottery, do you think it's possible for me to still manifest winning the lottery over here where all the energy is like low? Because people think it's like about energy, like where your attention, your intention flows, energy goes. If I have high energy and I'm manifesting the lottery, but everything over here is so in a negative, I'm in a negative area where everybody just like trying to get it there. That I need this money or I don't have it or they're down on their luck. How would I? Can you think it's possible for me to still manifest winning over here in this area?
Well, here's the thing. You still think the outer affects the inner. It's not outside in, it's inside out. So
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing, where do you live? We live in our mind.
Okay.
Where are you in your mind? Not where you physically are. Where
Oh
you
yeah, well I'm in my
physically
mind. I'm
are
rich. I don't care where I am.
is circumstances. Remember, circumstances don't matter. You're giving power to the shadow. Those people in your reality are shadows of you. They're shadows of your consciousness. You still believe in poverty and brokenness and people being down on their luck. You don't have to change that mindset.
Oh, I gotta change that the whole way. Just don't even see that. There's no poverty.
There's nothing where you live, because you live in your mind,
Uh-huh.
it's nothing but abundance.
Okay.
You
I
have
see
to
what
be
you.
able to see abundance where there is none.
Okay.
You have to be able to see wealth where there appears to be none. It's an appearance, it's not reality. The truth is there's abundance everywhere. And people are not down on their luck, they're just having an experience. They're in search of themselves, and they're first. And what do we do when we start on a journey back to ourselves? We go without. We go to church. We go look for another person. We go to the government. We go to everybody but ourselves. That's all they're doing. So they've turned to
True.
substances. That's it. They have turned to some substance outside of themselves to make them feel good about themselves, to bring them home, to make them feel like their life has some type of meaning. I'm not here to judge anybody else's path or experience. I'm here to create my own.
Okay.
There's only one energy, and that energy is neutral. You're judging it as wrong. Stop it.
Okay. I'm gonna stop it.
Or not. You can judge it however you want to. I wouldn't judge it from that perspective. I would see the reality I want to experience and live from that state if I want that state to be a part of my reality. You have to see wealth everywhere you go.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I gotta just really kind of block that out.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Transmute it. Transform it. They actually, these people are living their best life. Actually, these people have realized who they are. Actually, these people are living abundantly. Actually, whatever you really want them to be, say it inwardly. Say it in your mind. Your words have power. Your thoughts are creative. Because even if it happens not to be those people, the people around you will reflect the very thoughts that you're having. So you're going to have to end up being around wealth because you're thinking wealth. So wealth must appear.
Okay. Okay. So everything is just basically your thoughts and internal. So I really did because I'm trying to figure out if I made myself homeless. I made myself homeless. How did I did that with my mind? Like I was fearful of being homeless. That's why I made myself homeless.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did. Like that's the only thing I did that was wrong.
It wasn't that it was wrong. Like you said, you had a fear. You have this trepidation of thinking that things just can't go right for you.
Yeah. Sometimes I do have that.
And it's only
And when it
based on
starts going right a
programming.
long time, it's like, oh, something's gonna. I hate that part. That's the only part I hate.
Yeah, so now you have to practice things going right, and you have proof of it.
I do have proof now, so it's like.
Yeah. So lean on that proof. Lean on that experience. You've experienced that, like, you know, how. So now you say, how much better can it get? Because I know it can get better than this.
Yes. And that's why I'm ready to experience the better. Even better than this.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta change your expectations.
Okay.
But it's a choice, and you have to practice it.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to talk to yourself and practice the new state.
Okay.
Right? It's just like you eat what you eat because you have the habit of eating it, right?
Yes.
You think what you think because you have the habit of thinking it, right?
Yeah, I do.
Then that's the same thing when it comes to a new thought. You have to form the habit of the new thought. Well, how do you get a habit? You have to what?
You got to
Keep
practice
doing
it.
Right. How does it become a habit? You keep doing it over and over and over again.
Like when I think of the rich kids that was born into richness, they never seen poverty, so they don't know how to act
Right.
from a
Anything
place
other than
of
wealth. Right.
Yeah. That's all they know how to do. And I
So
wish
you can tell yourself,
I
I
had
don't know
a
nothing
rich
about
friend
poverty.
so I
But here's
can
the
mimic
thing.
them.
Here's the thing, your mom. You could say, I don't know anything about poverty. You could say that too.
I can still say that, yeah.
You can say, oh, yeah, I was born rich. I don't know nothing about poverty. You lying? Who says who? If I'm lying, I'm flying. That's what they would say.
I
right?
can't change my story.
Yes,
I
this
can
your
change my story. It's
reality.
my
You
story.
definitely can change. I don't know nothing about poverty. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I only know wealth. I only know abundance. I only know having more than enough. I only know about my cup running over. I only know the blessings raining down from heaven that I don't even have room enough to receive it all.
You know, I would hear people talking so positive about themselves, and I would hear this back when I was growing up, and I used to be like, sometimes I used to be like, these people, I used to be thinking like, and I see people, and I'm like, I see people that act abundant, but I can see in their situation, I'm looking at them, judging it, but I'm like, and then most of them did become abundant. That my friends, like I'm gonna say my friends that I grew up with, like they would act like They had so much money. Say my friends, some of them grew up in the projects,
Mm-hmm.
and they always acted abundant. Though they always just, I don't know, I can't explain. I just know they lived from that place. It just, they never probably knew that what they were doing. But now most of them are like literally rich. Like they might say they don't have it. Like yeah, they do. They have a lot of money. They have what they were, how they were acting when we were kids. We didn't even have money back then. We didn't have money. We were all teenagers and kids, literally.
Mm-hmm.
They were acting like that. Like I have money. I have this and that. They were dressing nice, try to, keep their clothes clean and just look nice. They might not have had it. And I could tell, I knew because I used to go to their houses and stuff like that. In my mind, I'm thinking they might not have had it, but they do have it. They always have had it, even though they grew up the way they did. And some of them didn't even have parents, and they still were making it. Even just like I just go back to like some of my friends. I had a friend that didn't have her parents in the household. She was a teenager. Like she didn't have them in the house. They weren't in there at all. Like nobody would. She was there by herself, like taking care of herself. I'm not sure how the lights and stuff stayed on, but she said, they went to projects. It's free lights, and I guess it was Section 8 or something. So the rent was getting paid, but they were still living. Like they were able to eat and do everything they needed to do. And she always acted abundant. This is the same friend that she speaks like how you speak now. She believes in herself. She always has. And she's always had the better jobs, always had like the most money out of all of us. Even though like we would have thought back in the day she was in the worst situation than us. Because we had the parents in the house, we were being taken care of and stuff like that. And she just had to basically do it on her own. But she's always been abundant in my eyes. Her and my other friends, some of my other friends, guy friends, like they own their own companies now.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yes, and I saw this when we were teenagers. And I was going to school, like making a straight A's. I was just like doing what other people wanted me to do, and I really didn't do what I really wanted to do. I was doing what my aunt told me to do to make money, and so I was doing what people told me to do, and nothing would ever work out. It just wouldn't work out for me. I was always chasing what people were telling me I should do.
Now
Like,
you've seen the light.
Yeah, I see the light.
And now you have firsthand, proof that if you think well of yourself, then you can actualize that thought.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah. The people that believed in themselves, they really did accomplish the things that they believed in. Yeah.
You're right. Even some things that people might think is impossible, I'm gonna say I could have sworn I've seen people do this. I used to watch my friends, like I used to watch them. I don't know, back in the day I had like something already in me knowing that something was different about us. I always knew that because it was just I just used to see them like these girls used to, like, we was younger, they would grow up, we would be growing up, we were always so small, skinny, like everybody was trying to gain weight, a little bit of weight to, look like a woman, basically. That's how we would do when we was younger. And I would see my friends just I felt like they was going within. I swear I felt like this. Like from 1 month to the next, it changed. Like a lot of them would, like over the summer, like say they would gain the weight and look really good. Like I was like, what happened? And they would be like, to me, I felt like they believed that they had this nice shape. I don't know, for something in me, I always believed that like it was something they did in their mind. And people used to be like, no, I just ate. In my mind, I was always thinking back then, I was like, no, it was something else you did. It wasn't, you just became that person. I know you didn't just eat and become like this voluptuous person overnight. Because we were like skinny with nothing. And then they come back after the summer and they have all this stuff. It's like puberty just hit them. I'm like, wait a minute. And it was like certain girls would do that. But I know, I see what they would do. They would like become the person that had this figure that they wanted. I don't know. That's how I feel. I always felt like that. I'm telling you, I remember feeling like this. And now when I'm getting old, I'm 40 something years old, I can go back and say, Vanessa, you always thought this and it was true. But you never tried it because you just, something in your mind was like, it can't be possible that you can just think that you're this person and it happens. So I just used to be like, no, I'm just psyching myself out. It can't be. I thought that was just too far-fetched. Like, you going too far now. Like, When people
right.
used to be like, "Oh, it's just genetics, is this?" I'm like, it's not genetics for everybody. A lot of people. I see a lot of people doing this thing. It's something they're doing other than just eating.
Right. So,
Right.
hey, Christy. Hey, Kev. So we have someone else on the
Okay.
panel. Babe in Toyland. Hello. You can unmute. Are you there? Maybe they didn't mean to come up. I don't know.
Oh yeah, probably not.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah, she okay.
yeah. The magic of believing, the magic of your mind, the magic of your words, power in your words. You know.
Do you think it's a way I can help my baby to speak, talk, like with my mind, or she has to be able to go within herself since she's 5?
All things, here's the thing. All things are possible, of course, right?
Yes.
If she already knows how to speak, you want her to use verbal communication.
Yes.
Yeah, and so be led to whatever way you feel is necessary, but see herself talking. So
Yeah.
I'm sure there are different speech therapists and things out there that can assist you.
You know.
Go to the doctors or whatever. Let them do whatever they're going to do. Because I'm not against modern medicine.
Oh
I
yeah. Okay.
know that consciousness is in everything, even in modern medicine.
Mm.
So understand that all is God. All is, not some, all.
You know what the crazy thing about it is? Like the other day, she was on a game, and the reason why I never really sat down and tried to teach her how to talk because I'm feeling like she can't spell because she can't talk. So how can I make her spell? So I saw her playing this game, and she was typing in the chat real words, and I had to sit there because I said maybe she made a mistake and tried to maybe it just went to be a real word, and then so I just sat there for a minute because I wanted to see because I said she's typing like small words, but it's like got or what or and she putting exclamation points with it. And I'm like, you can talk, like you can write word like it was more than one. So and then she was
Uh-huh.
spelling them right.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
was like, that kind of I didn't understand that
That was
she just
tripping
did
you
it 2 days
out.
ago. Yeah, that tripped me out because I was like, you can spell, but you can't speak. Can you speak these words? But she can spell.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, right, you want it to be verbal. Because
yeah,
I think is she can communicate. She can talk. You just want her to verbalize it. So,
yeah.
yeah. So,
Okay.
see her is already talking, and then whatever is necessary is going to happen to bring that speech out of her will happen.
Okay.
Right. Chrissy said, nah, she can speak.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wait a minute.
So we have someone else come up on the panel, Jackie. Hello, Jackie. You can unmute if you want to speak, if you want to join the conversation. Maybe not. Maybe she came up by accident too. Yeah. But I know I'm gonna have to get ready to get off of here because I gotta go pick up my grandson. Yes, she doesn't need to. That's probably it. Yep, she doesn't. She hasn't found the reason to communicate verbally. Right. But yeah, I came on today, guys, because tomorrow I will not be on here neither on Saturday. So I will see you guys next Wednesday at about 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. It'll be for our Manifesting Wednesdays. And then next Saturday we'll have the discussion prior to our book club meetings will start January 10th. And so go over to Facebook if you're looking to see what books you all may want to discuss. I know it's quite a few of them on there. I don't know which one is leading. We're going to close the book club poll December 31st. So give us enough time to get the material, read the first few chapters, and so we'll be ready for our first book club January 10th. And so tomorrow is my B-Day, so I'll be enjoying tomorrow.
Tomorrow's your B-Day?
Yes, yes.
That's my baby's B-Day tomorrow.
Oh, is it? Sag gang. Yes,
That's so
today is my
cool.
daughter's birthday. Today is Maya's birthday. Maya's birthday is today.
Oh, happy birthday, Maya. My baby's
Next
tomorrow.
week,
Y'all...
next Tuesday is my son's birthday.
I'm so happy my baby's birthday on the same day. Your same day.
Yes. December 10th. Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Thank you. Yeah, Sag gang. Yes, thank you.
Well, thanks, Miss Toyia. You have a great day.
Oh, thank you. Ah, yes.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you. Yes, gang. Yep.
I'm so happy my baby birthday tomorrow too, and yours is too. That's an amazing person. Oh my God. I did not know that this whole time.
Happy birthday to your baby. Happy birthday. That's beautiful. Yeah. All right, guys, let me get on up out of here. I'll be uploading because I didn't go on YouTube, so I'll be uploading. When I'm doing YouTube and TikTok, I'm probably not going to upload the TikToks anymore because I'm just going to do TikTok and YouTube together. I just didn't go on YouTube today, so this one will be uploaded. But if you're looking for, going forward, if you're looking for the rebroadcast of the lives, just look for the YouTube version. Because there's no reason to upload them twice. Because what's happening on TikTok, you can hear on YouTube. So we'll just keep the YouTube where it is. And yeah. All right, guys. You have a wonderful rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend and talk to you guys next Wednesday. Bye-bye.